Are you ready to die?
There.
Not anymore.
Yes. I got it. I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Aura's ready. Spirit's ready. Eve is ready.
Oh, wait. Am I starting up my stream?
You want to?
It's up to you.
Does anyone need me to?
Cups
Hey,
is here.
Cups, you want to stream? I think she wants to stream. Oh, no.
Hi. How's it with that? 1 second, then. Oh, yes.
Alright. You've been having it easy for the last week. Can you just load?
That would be a no. Now, I gotta tell y'all, some of these places on this map that you might see tonight, they're not exactly proportionate to the actual battle maps, alright? Just keep that in mind.
Oh no.
Are they?
Well, sometimes the battle map curves and zigs, and these go caves and zags. You know what I mean?
No. Please stop.
No.
I'm just trying to pretend to be Matthew McConaughey for a second. All right, you guys ready?
Are we ready?
Almost.
That is a terrifying mental image.
Just
The
putting
only-
on Matthew McConaughey's face.
The only thing I've seen with Matthew McConaughey...
Oh God, which movie was it? He's got some bad
never mind.
ones. All right, I
It's-
think I know which one it is.
What?
Okay.
No.
He's got a couple that are pretty terrible, like
wouldn't-
hard to watch terrible.
I wouldn't say it's terrible, just not something you'd normally be like, yeah, I watch that.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, welcome back, friends, to What Lies Below. We're starting a little bit late, mostly because of technical difficulties, but I'm getting this out of the way right now because, fuck, all this shit. Computers suck. Thank you. The end. Let's go home. Where we last left off,
It loaded. Sorry.
you guys were like in a tent. Yeah, you were in a tent.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
Rel
We're
was just like,
having
I
an
set up a
orgy.
tent. And I was like, really? Like a tent in the middle of the Ford camp? Sure, go for it. And so you also discussed some things, some thingamabobbers. And y'all had some discussions involving, like, you know, birds and eggs and stuff like that. A little bit of the eggs and the bees.
I'm
Sure.
still so sad.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. And that is where we're gonna pick up. You guys are in the tent. I believe you brought Zhao in here with you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I could tell him about the patron.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you brought Zhao in, and did you give him the spiel that I read in that chat? I don't remember.
Not about the egg. No, I don't think so.
Well, she was talking about her soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, he
Yeah.
heard that part.
Yeah, he would have
All right.
heard everything.
So just after you get done explaining your patron to Zhao, your patron's someone who might have your soul, possibly, maybe, and you might be down here on their behalf, maybe. That's unconfirmed. Zhao seems to accept this weirdly. He seems pretty chill about it. He's like, yeah, I understand that's in Mirvanin they swear soul debts to the Dereko frequently. So it's interesting. Just don't kill us.
I won't.
Okay, good.
I feel like a part of me, though. Do the Mirvanine give them power in exchange?
What do you mean?
The soldats.
Yes, they can pledge themselves to one of the Dereko, and the Dereko can bestow them with, you know, powers and stuff. They can do magicy things. Waggle their fingers.
I didn't know that.
It's an interesting process, usually very painful, and not many people live through it. But those that do, they seem to enjoy themselves. Me, myself, no. No. Fuck that Haruka.
So, theoretically then, somebody could swear the soul to Hyen?
And he kind of raises an eyebrow. I don't know if she's that strong. Maybe. I don't know.
I think in this case that might just be a soulmate.
Hey. She's pretty attractive, but no, not for me. She's a little too stabby, and I'm like, no. I like fuzzy and happy, and she's like, no, stab, and I'm like, no, stop.
She's a bitch.
Kind of.
I can give you fuzzy. I lift up my tail.
That's not
Are you
fuzzy,
hitting on me again?
that's furry.
I'm pretty sure you're made of like some kind of weird acid stuff. I don't think it would be very. I don't think this is a good thing.
I don't melt people.
I don't believe you.
Unless if I devour them. But no, I don't melt people like
I apologize,
the other
but I'm
ones.
going to have to decline on this one. Also, I just want to point out this is a face.
Yes, that is a face.
God damn it. I can't unsee it now.
Yeah, it's like a goofy ass face.
It's even got like a lazy eye going on.
I'm done. I gotta go. We're done here.
If this helps, this one's a statue head that's tilted backwards.
Oh, it kind of is, isn't it? Wow.
That's got a wobbly neck.
Zhao just like has a seizure and dies from the DM like losing 25 intelligence points. Zhao's just like all right. But overall, he seems unsurprised. I don't know who your patron is or anything. I don't know this person, but if they are powerful, then maybe it's a similar process.
Might be.
It's very possible. All right. So, what are you guys doing with your day?
Oh yeah, before you go off
Yeah,
on
I know,
death
I know.
quest,
I know.
I'm going to ask Lemodius if he knows anything at all about Haruka.
All right.
Send him a picture, like a mental image, too.
Well, let me see here.
'Cause apparently Haruka doesn't exist.
Well, like I said, she clearly has a similar fascination with the Phoenix, so he's gotta know something.
I might die. Or I may
Roll
make
me
him
a
invaluable.
spellcasting ability check.
Uh-oh.
This, a what?
Charisma for you.
Just
Straight
like
charisma.
that?
17. I do not know this Haruka. But if you can get me close, perhaps I could sense something on her, about her.
Alright, let's...
Oh, God.
So, bad news, Rel.
What's up?
He wants me to get close to her to see if he can sense anything.
I believe I can do this.
Can you?
Yes. See, I told Haruka already about you. If I were to go introduce you... Well, I'm sure that's close enough.
It's true. How do we know that she's not just gonna decide to kill me?
Well, if she kills you, then you will have the ability to tell the Triumvirate what has happened, and they will. Well, I mean, Hyun's a bitch, but she's effective. I have no doubt in my mind that her and Bryce will kill Haruka.
It's pretty fair.
Here, we can just leave a letter with you.
So,
I mean, if you think they're going to die, I would play this very carefully. I don't think you should die yet. Very bad.
It's a possibility. I don't think I'm gonna die. I don't want to die.
I don't think any of us really want to die. Especially to someone who's, by all accounts, supposed to be an ally. Not a very kind one, but an ally nonetheless.
Well, I guess we need to go.
Yeah.
So,
We
you
should just
going
ask her if she's crazy.
Oh, I
You know,
had to ask her for something.
I
So,
don't.
Haruka has asked me to bring people who might be willing to work for her.
no.
So, I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying we can use it under a false premise of, well, let's just say Amalia didn't want to accept before talking to the person themselves about it. So maybe you know, come see what Haruka has to say. You don't have to join her, but that will get you close enough and give you an excuse to leave.
I mean, that sounds like a great idea. If you like to die.
Thanks, Xiao. Very, very confidence-inducing. Aren't you
Very,
supposed
yes.
to be a cleric?
I'm a cleric, not a liar.
Okay, alright then, how's this? How close do you have to be? Can it be through, like, a shack wall?
She's a mage. Do you really think that shack is normal?
I mean, Haruka's strong and all, but I don't think she's patron level strong. Although I could be wrong.
Modius, how close do you think I would have to be?
Silence.
I'm just gonna assume that I have to be as close as I can possibly get.
Alright,
So yeah, we can go with that. Does
okay.
it sound like an absolutely terrible... Oh, what did I do?
I recommend you plan your questions ahead of time. She is not very fond of wasted time, stupidity, anything inferior, just kind of imagine the most...
Just don't talk.
Well, you need to talk, because
shit.
otherwise, then she just looks at you and thinks you're worthless.
Out of character, my AC says void.
Really? Boy, Roll20's just having all sorts of a good day today, folks.
Technically, it says oid and then 0, but I'm assuming a V is beside the O.
I told you
It shows
something else was
15 for
missing.
me.
I don't...
Show us 15 from me. Here, let me change your dex real quick. Maybe that'll help it. Did that change it?
Oh yeah, it fixed it.
Okay.
That is what I saw.
What the hell? All right. Anyway, continue.
I don't have an AC, guys. I'm fake.
Everything hits you. They don't even have to roll. All right. Continue.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm. Don't get me wrong, I think I'm fairly intelligent, but I don't think I'm someone that could live up to Haruka's standards.
I mean, no one is in reality, so...
Apparently you are.
Hardly. And all the times I've talked to her, I have managed to actually engage her in a conversation once. Most of the time, it's her talking down to me.
So
I mean, it's
let her
whatever.
talk-
I got training, but, you know...
So am I supposed to act inferior to her, or am I supposed to act equal to her? I don't...
I tend to talk to her as she's, like, above me. I mean, she is. Lots of my lady and...
I don't know if I can do that.
She is no lady. No offense.
No, what? You're gonna offend me?
Nope.
I think she's a total bitch.
I mean, she sounds like it, really. If you think about it, she kind of is a bit of a bitch, you know?
She is? She's a bitch with
Yeah.
power. And...
So is a female dog.
Do they have power, though? Like, is this a psychic female dog? Can they cast spells?
It might be.
You
Oh,
never know.
That's terrifying.
but then you have the language barrier issue.
You don't need language when you are blowing up people.
This is not wrong.
But you do to learn to blow people up better. That's what Haruka's teaching me. More or less. Actually, a little bit more, but... Like, for instance, she taught me how to... strengthen my reserve of magical essence. And Rel kind of swirls a finger, leaving, like, electricity behind as she does it. Or as she says that, rather. And that's just one example.
Huh. Well, what's the worst that could happen?
You both die.
We both die, and then Haruka dies.
Well, if what you say is true and she brought about a phoenix in her hand, that might be common ground for us to talk on anyways.
Yes, I believe so. She is fascinated with phoenixes.
I kind of look down at my familiar. Guess mine's kind of out in the open. Oops.
If you want to, I don't know, can I change the appearance of you? I look at my raven. I think that's a no.
Wait. You are a warlock too, correct?
I guess. I guess.
Do you have a patron?
I ate somebody that had a memory of them offering service, and next thing I woke up with a bird. So, yes.
Okay. That's... Okay.
We all have friends with benefits. holding on to that.
Though I've got no explicit orders to do anything. I don't think I would. I'm not that type of person.
That's fair. At least your friends don't threaten to kill you on a regular basis. Or
Hey,
let me
hey.
rephrase that. You aren't afraid that your friends are going to kill you on a regular basis.
I don't know. I kind of am.
Hyan almost killed me.
If you think about it, I'm literally swimming in a tank full of sharks. And I like neither or none of the outcomes.
Yeah, they're not directly threatening her, but technically they are. They just don't know they are.
Shall we do this?
Yeah.
You want to do it now? Do you want to wait? Because I do also need to talk to the Triumvirate.
Would you like to talk to the Triumvirate first? Or die first?
Possibly die, please. Let's have a little positivity here.
We should talk to the Triumvirate first, I believe.
Okay.
That is fine.
That's not gonna potentially get you killed?
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. Okay, yeah.
It shouldn't.
That's fine. We could do that first.
I mean, every situation could potentially get me killed in one way or another.
This is what happens when you make deals with the... I'm gonna stop talking. I'm not one to talk.
And quite possibly one of those outcomes involves me going back into slavery. That's not fun. I'm not good. I think I'd rather die.
No, it won't be anything involving you. It's
Just-
all about me.
Don't bring up that you eat people, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
I could literally be meaning two different things.
I mean, she might actually like that you eat people. Maybe she likes cannibalism. I don't know. She seems insane.
Hey, I'm very good at extracting information given enough time. Or swiping
Alright,
the memory.
anyways, let's go ahead and move around.
Funny thing is Bryce scares me more than Hyan does.
Bryce scares me. And I'm the DM.
Him.
Well, I mean, I didn't technically lie to them. I'm good. Just...
You did what I did. You didn't lie, but you didn't really tell the truth.
I diverted.
Eh.
Alright, so the Triumvirate?
Sure. Don't forget your tent.
Oh yeah, I pack up my tent and stuff.
Okay. Pack up your tent, and y'all are headed to the Triumvirate, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I know.
Let's see. Heading back to the Triumvirate from the Ford camp. It takes you a little while to get there, but you eventually reach the Athenaeum, the hustle and bustle, the never-ending cycle of translating books. So far, no major discoveries from what you've heard, and the three Triumvirate are nowhere to be found currently.
They're not in their tents?
Are you looking in their tents?
Actually, I would like to check Bryce's tent, yes.
Check Bryce's tent. Okay,
Yes.
make me a perception check.
Alright. I'm not very good at these.
16.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Perfect. So, as you approach Bryce's tent, you hear kind of this muffled. It's like whisper yelling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Between Bryce and someone else, and finally, you see Bryce step out of the tent, shake his head, and look. Rel, how can I help you?
Is this a bad time?
No. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I actually kind of wanted to discuss this with you, something personal. I got this feeling, or maybe it's just me, Han doesn't like me very much.
Hyan doesn't like anyone very much. Don't take it personally. She's all business.
Okay, that's fair. May I ask where you stand on the matter?
My opinion of you? Is that what you were requesting?
Yes.
I think you're a cheat and a scoundrel, but you're useful and can potentially redeem yourself. Maybe.
That's fair. Speaking of Ion, do you know where she is?
The last I saw, she was headed out. Something about the next floor.
Okay.
Apparently there was a bit of a mess at the crossroads.
I have some information regarding Haruka.
I could hear it, if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. Let's step to the side.
Okay.
And he kind of takes you off to the side where there's a pretty good radius around you. It would be really difficult to overhear your conversation.
Okay. And Rel's gonna speak kind of quietly. Well, you all gave me a detect thought scroll. I already know this spell. I brought up the topic of her name. However, I didn't get it. It flashed through her mind, and I was a bit unprepared for it. Because her reaction physically turned to that of anger, and I was very afraid for my life.
Understood. She is a bit intimidating.
So, I wanted to know... Oh.
It was cups.
Okay.
It's fine.
I wanted to know if there was anything else that I could get instead, because I feel like I probably won't be able to broach on that subject for quite a while.
Just continue to gather what information you can, and we will take it from there.
Okay. Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
I do not believe Haruka created the illusion.
His head kind of twitches a little bit. Excuse me?
When I brought that up, she seemed genuinely confused about it. And a bunch of names went through her mind as to who it could be, and she ultimately dismissed all of them.
You did get one name.
Places his hand.
I did get one name.
Who was it?
It was... Hold on. She flips through her journal. Where is it?
Not sure. I'd have to go back through the video.
Oh god, did this...
Did yours get erased too?
I only rolled back to the second, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't have erased anything on your
Maybe
journal.
it's under important people. Hold on. No, I don't have it in here.
You don't have the name?
Yeah, and I wrote it down.
Thought
I
you
know I
kept it
did.
back.
Yeah, let me check my backup.
Is that near the end of the night?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Shit, I had this open. No, that's not the right one.
Ah! Oh, no.
I think it started with a K.
Started with a C.
Or C, yeah. I was
You've
close.
met him a couple of times.
Wow, maybe I don't.
That's okay. You vaguely remember, you're like looking through your notes and you the name's not there. We're gonna roll some story dice here. Give me a history check.
Alright. Watch, I'm gonna find it after this.
Oof.
Big oof.
The name's escaping you right now.
Let's see.
He raises an eyebrow. Are you okay?
No, I would have sworn I wrote this down. Hang on.
Do you remember the conversation you had with her at all?
Yes. Yes, I had asked her... I had told her about the illusion, and that was when she got shocked. And she didn't say anything. And
Do you remember exactly how the conversation ended?
Conversation ended, yes.
How did it end?
It ended with her telling me that it's very strange. And then she asked me if there was, oh, a second person there.
Hmm.
As she believes someone that casted it had to have been in the room.
Interesting. All right.
Which is why she ultimately dismissed the person that I was thinking of.
Do you think that she could have used magic to remove this name from your head? Would she be privy to it?
Would she be privy to my
To the fact
knowledge?
that you gathered the name?
Possibly.
Hmm.
This is Haruka we're talking about.
He nods.
I doubt that's the case, though. I think it's just a case of... Oh, well, I almost died twice, 3 times that day. So...
All right.
I think
If you happen
just
to think of the
forgot
name, or if you get it again, please let me know. It's very important. There's another issue. Haruka has another spy. We're not sure who it is, but if you can get their name, I would appreciate it.
Alright.
She has many little birds. Some of them we're positive are working for her, but this one seems to be especially important.
Oh, I broke my game.
What?
This other spy is especially important.
Yes. They go in
Okay.
cloaked and hooded every time. They know they're being watched.
Alright, I will ask. She doesn't seem particularly interested, as I have brought this topic up before. She doesn't seem particularly interested in the idea of divulging that kind of information.
Well, maybe you can get it. Good luck.
I will try my best.
I suspect Akira and Heion will be out for some time. They told us they wouldn't be back for days, so... For now, I will be the only one here watching the camp.
Okay. Did the information from Anastasia prove helpful?
We have additional information from Anastasia as well, on top of what you've given us. It's a pain. And he just kind of like scratches his ear. She knows something about the stone men, something that we don't, and she's bargaining. And she's very good at bargaining. So for now, we remain tentative allies, I suppose.
You didn't talk to her about the spell scroll?
That's what Hayan's going to do right now.
Oh, okay.
There was a mess at the crossroads, and Hayan figured she would stop by the kobold encampment while she was there. Akira went with her because apparently the mess was a little bigger than we anticipated.
Don't forget about the ambassador kobold.
Well, I mean, it's a little too late for that.
Yeah, you see Alyasha like off in the background, like translating books.
Okay. Oh, I was wondering if I had permission to start a school for the children here, too.
A school?
Yes.
You want to teach them?
Yes.
I'm
Look, just because
Sure.
I'm a...
but there's no enforced attendance.
That's fine.
We don't have resources to commit to it or anything like that. It would be completely and totally of your own volition.
That's absolutely fine.
Go
And
talk
besides,
to the
if the children...
druids. They've been charged with the care of the children.
Alright, I will do that, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm,
I have many things to do, and you turn and he turns and you kind of follow his gaze, and Poe steps out of his tent. She looks pissed, and she's like gearing up her blades and stuff. She's got like 50 fucking daggers on her at any given time, and she's slipping a couple of those back in their holsters, And she just kind of looks at Bryce and shakes her head for a second, and then turns around and walks the other direction.
So is it disagreement, or you two are into some weird things?
A bit of both.
Oh.
Really. Not in the way you're thinking. She's been dabbling in magic that I don't like, and it's got me a little nervous. But she'll be alright.
Does she... Excuse me. Well, she wants to dabble in magic. I know quite a bit.
Oh, she's very experienced in magic. She's a mage binder.
Okay.
She's the captain of mage binders. It's the kind of magic she's been dabbling in. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
What kind? If I'm not overstepping by asking.
You're overstepping.
My apologies.
I do need to go take care of this, though. We have a bit of an issue lately, so...
Yes,
You
of course.
have your job, and I have mine. Good luck.
You as well.
And... scene.
Can you answer my question?
I haven't seen your question, so...
It's in chat.
No. I don't know. Did you guys follow them?
Well,
We would have been, I assume, in the Athenium with them.
Sure. And...
Oh!
Okay.
I got the name.
Do you have the name?
Yep.
You like go to put up your book, and a little slip of paper, folded piece of paper, drops out of it. You pick up the name. What's the name on your paper?
Tyrion Thor.
That's not the name.
Is that not it?
That's not the name now.
Well,
That's not the
shit.
you,
never mind.
you pick it up and it says Tyrion Thor, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that was the name of the voice that we're supposed to talk to or something.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right.
that
Yep.
starts with a T, not a C.
God,
I
Yep.
can't
I'm
even
dumb.
tell you what the name is.
this is great. Good.
'Cause technically, I don't know it.
Maybe it's maybe she used modify memory. Who knows? Maybe she just.
Just go back to the video. That's why I got video.
I'll tell you what it is, but Rel's gonna have to roll some history checks to get it.
Alright, sure.
Okay, well, we'll do it later. Just like
Okay.
pondering on it for right now. That history check suffices for now.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say, because did you guys have the Haruka conversation in like with each other? Were you and Amalia part of the Haruka conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Wait.
I didn't remember.
What do you mean,
Wait, which-
part of?
Well, I didn't know if we were up close
Like,
with you guys or like a
When
little bit back.
when the triumvirate said, "Hey, go spy on Haruka because you're a fucking snitch and we know it, and we gonna get you to snitch."
Well, supposedly they told everything.
Okay, got you.
I don't know exactly what they told.
Gotcha. Well, they
Except
didn't
the
tell
scroll.
Yeah, they didn't tell the scroll stuff from what you told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they would know about the
So, yeah.
Haruka.
You and Amalia, you're just kind of off on the sidelines, like listening to this conversation, I guess, then?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because I can read their lips from a distance.
Do you have Observant?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's why your fucking passive perception's so high.
Duh!
I've looked at it a couple times gone, what the fuck? And just left it alone. Alright, yeah, cool. So, you guys are in the Athenium, and that conversation is over.
Okay. Alright, well, that went well.
It did?
You could have heard.
Mm. Well, I wonder what kind of magic she's into.
Well, what kind of magic who's into?
Poe.
Oh!
Oh. Is she a panda?
No.
I was out of character, sorry.
No, she's not. She's
Oh,
also not a monk.
damn it.
I think this did, in fact, roll me back a bit.
It couldn't have. That's not possible.
Even if
I think
it
you
did
are
roll
missing
you...
stuff.
No. I was checking my inventory. Oh, we never sold it. That's right.
Yeah, you never sold that sword.
Okay. Derp. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
What company are they a part of? Allegiance?
They're the Vigil.
Where are they based out of?
Like within the camp or
Like in the world?
in the world? They are on an island called Solstheim. And hold on. Da-da-da. Oh, I don't have a world map anymore. Well, that's lame. Let's see. Places. I do have a world map. There's a world map handout. Perfect. They are part of an island, pretty far west of where you are right now, called Solstheim, and they essentially just kind of quote unquote liberated this island. There was like a bunch of. This is kind of common knowledge as well, so it's not a big deal to say it. But there was a bunch of feuds between Mirvanin and Ardfadaya over the island of Solstheim, and the Vigil ended up having to step in because both nations started bringing mages to the fight, and the Vigil's like, oh hell no, and they stepped in and they were like, this is our island, fuck off. And both Mirvanin and Ardfadaya were like, okay, well, you got a fair point. And that was the end of that. And so that's their headquarters from now on. But they are welcome in essentially every government now, except Mirvanin no longer allows them to operate on Mirvanin soil.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of the like international police sort of, but like a little more take you to a back room and beat the shit out of you. Think Spectres from Mass Effect. The Vigil are basically just a large collection of specters.
Recognize that, but I don't.
They
Mass
just operate
Effect?
outside of the law of most nations. They're allowed. They have to follow their own code, and they don't have to follow like national security code or anything like that. Like, if they break the law in Astoria, they can't be arrested. You can't arrest a Vigil Justicar.
Oh.
Yeah. But if they cause a bunch of problems, the Vigil will execute one of their own in public, like right then and there. They'll fucking put you on your knees and chop your head off. They don't fuck around.
I remember, we found a book filled with spells that
Oh, yeah.
remember
The necromantic book?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you...
Illegal in Astoria.
It is, but it's legal here.
Well, yeah, but if they're illegal in Astoria, then it might be possible that Bryce doesn't agree with that at all. Like, thinks that they should be. That's the only thing I can think she might be dabbling in.
It's quite possible.
If it's not that, then it must just be something completely destructive. But I don't really know much into that, so I don't know what else it could be.
No, I think you have a point.
I thank you if I have a point.
You do
In me.
have a point.
My brain just shut down.
That's the end. Thanks for coming, guys.
Amalia's now dead. Her intelligence dropped to 0.
Take 486 points of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need a break?
Yeah,
Heather?
I need a break. Go make sure
Okay.
Papa's okay.
All right, we'll take a short break here.
There
Go do your stuff, whatever you gotta do.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Welcome back from break. We had a good break. People went to the bathroom. People got food. People, some of them went outside and screamed at the top of their lungs at this existential crisis that we're all having because we're a bunch of pink monkeys flying through space at a quarter of the speed of light on a large rock. Welcome back to What Lies Below.
I think my brain just exploded.
Continue where you left off.
Where was that again? something necromancy.
Yeah, you were discussing what could possibly Poe possibly be into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's quite possible. There are
Kinky
many.
shit, apparently.
There are many, I would imagine, forbidden magics. Something, creating something you shouldn't.
Yeah. Interesting point of order. Oh, that was a metal dice. Interesting point of order here is that the necromancy is illegal in Astoria. All of you know this. It's very common knowledge. Don't fucking raise the dead. That's illegal. You're not in Astoria right now. You are in Nordatero. And there's not a whole lot that's illegal here.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
keep
in
that in
other
mind.
words, I couldn't create a school of necromancy wizard and have them live in Astoria?
Nope.
Damn it.
Hey, they're working on changing it. Legislation is being pushed through to make necromancy illegal again.
To be fair, that's a pretty decent law.
That's
Make necromancers great again.
No.
You know,
Mm,
I don't... No.
Jesus Christ.
So, what I think we could do,
Oh my god, you know what I just did?
What?
I just completely closed that room.
Okay,
Whoops.
well, you can still listen. Load it back up.
I am.
so if we wanted to, we could, if we find out that Poe is interested in necromancy, we could score some points with her and give her the book.
Speaking of the book, if we're planning on doing that, I'd kind of like to look through it a little bit.
I looked through it. There's spell scrolls that we could use. I take out the book and I hand it to her.
Okay.
We're like the only two that could cast anything from it.
I'm not actually sure if there is any ritual necromancy spells.
There isn't.
Okay.
Rin said there was nothing in there.
There is a ritual necromancy spell, and I don't have the notes for that book anymore, so we're gonna roll for it and see if there is, because I don't remember it.
You said they were all necromancy, and I don't think there was any rituals in there.
I don't remember if there were. I know it's all necromancy. I know the whole thing's just nothing but necromancy
And
spells.
apparently referencing the Silent Hand.
Yes, it did reference the Silent Hand. Okay.
God, my backup character would love this book.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. We're gonna roll. You got a decent chance of there being a ritual in here. Ah, that's a natural one. That means there's a ritual in here.
Awesome.
Cool.
Oh.
There is a singular ritual in here. It is called Gentle Repose.
Oh.
Mhm.
That's a ritual?
Yes, it is. I don't know if this is a wizard spell.
You could check. I think it's a cleric spell.
Yeah.
Cleric or wizard. So
Hey.
There it is. Ooh,
You
that
can
is
technically
also
copy
a
it.
second level.
it is a second level spell.
Did you? Well, I guess we'll roll for the rest of the spell scrolls. That way we know it's in there later.
Sure.
Yeah, there is something in here that I might be able to make use of. It'll take some time, so probably shouldn't do it now. But once I'm done figuring this one out, I think it might come in handy.
That'll teach the DM not to have the book pre-prepared.
Do you want me to hold on to it for a little while longer?
Yeah.
Okay. Make note.
And the book back.
Alright, so Haruka now, right?
Here we go.
Am I staying out of the hut?
probably have time to go do your own thing.
Do
You
you
probably
want?
don't want to. Well, yes. So,
Do you want my bird with you? That way I can listen in.
mm, no, we'll fill you in. Take this, and Rel hands you a letter.
Okay.
I've already handed you a letter too before.
Yep.
That one specifically.
Speak with dead is a ritual.
What's not?
Oh, I thought it was.
Stop interrupting people and let people finish. Thank you.
That one specifically is about if both of us die. It explains why to the triumvirate. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Is
you.
there anyone around, by the way?
No.
Okay.
All right, so that is everything that's in the book. False life, ray of sickness, gentle repose, cause fear, animate dead, inflict wounds, and speak with dead. And no, speak with dead is not a ritual. I double checked.
All right.
It just takes 10 minutes to cast.
Maybe like speak with animals as a ritual, maybe.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. So
Equisp animals.
that might have been the confusion.
It was.
It's okay.
All right. Haruka.
Yeah. So you
I am.
you should be far away from us, and if we aren't back within let's say 8 hours.
8 hours. All right.
Okay, 8 hours.
Deliver those to Bryce.
All right.
You want I should come with you? And Zhao points to you.
Points to me or you?
You, as in the person.
Okay.
I will use direct names. I'm not ever going to use you
Okay.
unless it's like in character.
Okay.
Sure.
Good, because I don't want to meet her. I don't want to be in that little shack. That scares me. Have
Is,
fun! And he kind of like wiggles his fingers at you.
is there anything you guys need me to look for in camp while we're here, then?
Yeah, actually, spell scroll of invisibility.
Spell scroll of invisibility. Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Any rituals you need?
Oh,
Amalia.
None that I can think of? Not at this very moment, anyways. I don't really know a whole lot about rituals or.
Okay. Good luck, you two. Try not to die. Although
Yep, try not to die. I would be very, very, very sad.
are you sure you just don't want me to bring my give you my raven?
That would be a little suspicious, I think.
Even if it took the replacement of her familiar?
Well, I do kind of need mine.
We will fill you in, I promise.
It wasn't to listen, it was to know if you died or not, because she'll kill the raven too.
Jesus.
Actually, you know what? No, that's a good idea. Can the raven, like, sit in my bag?
Yeah? Go with them for a little bit. And if they die, inform me. That way I can make you go poof.
Shadow like hops over on to Amalia's shoulder for a minute and looks at Rel's bag. It's a fucking raven. Ravens are pretty big. I hope your bag's large.
I mean, it's a Dungeoneer's pack.
Oof. Raven just kind of looks at it. Almost there's like a mournful glance from the Raven.
It's alright. It's an odd place. But it shouldn't add any weight. It's the good news. Yeah?
It's a raven.
It doesn't weigh that much. It's weightless.
Where does it say it's weightless?
My sentinel raven is a weightless bird.
Does it state it's weightless?
Pretty sure it does.
It does not.
I mean, if there's any consolation, there's potential for my familiar to burn my bags, so...
Jesus. It's all just illusory fire. It's okay. All right.
Real Phoenix, right?
So,
Sticking in the bag.
just get in there, bitch. So Raven in the bag, and you two are heading to Haruka.
Help.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a death save. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I have advantage on those.
You do. All right. You proceed on your way to Haruka. Real quick, what you were looking for? Do you have a list?
I guess I'm just gonna look for useful potions and stuff because I don't exactly know what I'm looking for other than
Sure.
the spell scroll.
Sure. Give me that there investigation check.
19.
Oh, that's pretty good. You die. Now, you find a couple of... Yeah, sure. What the fuck is this spell called? Hold on. Okay. And then you're looking for potions.
Spell
And
scroll.
what scroll were you looking for?
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Scroll of invisibility.
Okay. And then potions. You find okay. So you find one scroll of magic missile, you find 3 scrolls of continual flame, you find a scroll of invisibility, you find a potion of haste, you find 3 healing potions, lessers, and you find 2 potions of glibness.
Glibness? What is glibness?
Potion of glibness gives you advantage on all charisma checks for the next 10 minutes.
Ooh. How much are they?
The glibness ones?
Yeah.
They are 240 a pop.
240 a pop. Shit, that's all my money. How much?
Healing potions are 150 each, I think. No, 60 each.
How much are the scroll? Visibility scroll?
Invisibility scroll is 120 gold.
And the potion of haste?
That shit's not cheap.
Yeah, I figured as much.
360 gold.
Oh, that is way more money than I have.
Big oof.
Yep. Ooh.
This
Bro,
will
what
be his
if
inventory
you-
for the day.
Huh?
Rel would
This
have
will
given
be-
you. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Go ahead.
Rel would have given you 150 gold for the
Okay.
scroll.
Alright. 150 gold. So you get 120. Get 30 back. Okay, that's done. Do you think we need more healing potions? This is more directed at Jiao.
I mean, we seem to have plenty, right? I mean, we just triggered some iron root.
True. There's nothing else I can get.
Okay, well, then you'll get that, and that's it.
Okay. Yep. I'm good.
Okay. Moving on, You and Zhao kind of just go around and do, you and Zhao things. And Rel and Amalia.
Hmm.
As you approach the small tin shack, the two guards are standing at attention. They bear their weapons in a cross across the door when you approach. One of them looks to Amalia and nods, and then looks at Rel with a questioning gaze.
I have brought her here to talk to Haruka about potentially helping out with her plans.
They kind of cross gazes for a minute, nod,
Haruka,
remove their weapons from the door.
okay.
Remove their weapons from the door at the door.
Like, they had them crossed, but now they're like back at their side.
Okay. I thought they were telling us to leave our weapons.
No.
Rel turns to Amalia. Wait here for a second. Let me make sure it's okay.
All right.
Amalia walks in and gets immediately incinerated.
Rel opens the door, says the password. My lady Haruka.
As you walk in, you can see she's busy at the table. She's currently tracing some arcane runes in the air, and you watch her finish this spell and then like lay the spell down into a spell book and then close the spell book.
Oh. Wait, do I recognize it?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, come on.
17.
Oh, for some reason that didn't show up for me. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. I just lagged. 17. I guess you would recognize the spell then. This is scrying.
Interesting, okay.
Yes, can I help you?
Whoa. Yes, I was wondering if it was okay for me to introduce one of my comrades I've been traveling with.
She looks exhausted. Yes, bring them in. And we will see. And you watch her kind of gather herself up. She like flips her hair back a little bit, pushes the spellbook away from the table, sits up, crosses her legs, puts her hands in her lap. Bring them in. Let me see them.
Rel bows and motions Amalia in.
Guess I walk in, kind of slowly. As a note, my familiar is on my shoulder.
Is it a little phoenix?
Yeah.
And I subtle spell cast detect thoughts.
Okay. As you enter, Amalia, I'm going to need a charisma check from you.
Oh yeah, the thing that I don't know, a charisma.
Yep. Okay. Oof. All right.
Oh no.
She looks at you. She gives you an eyebrow raise. Your friend here has some interesting companions, and she gazes at the phoenix on your shoulder. Close the door.
Rel closes the door. She is the one that I mentioned.
I see. You like birds?
Mostly just phoenixes.
They are a wonderful symbol, are they not? I think they're quite beautiful.
Oh, they're very lovely. There's
Yours
just-
is very pretty. I don't think I've ever seen one quite so small, though.
Sadly, it's just a result of a spell I picked up.
Alas.
What are her thoughts?
Okay. And you subtle
Surface level.
spell detect thoughts, so
Yeah. Surface
she's
level.
curious. She's very focused on Amalia right now.
Okay.
Oh no. Maybe I should have put it in the bag.
Okay. Amalia, I'm gonna need another charisma check from you.
Oh.
Okay. She narrows her eyes. Interesting. Kind of like chews on her lip for a second. I believe that we have some similar interests. You and I. It's pleasant to make your acquaintance. She extends her hand for a handshake.
I reach out my hand to shake her hand, and I say, "Oh, no, the pleasure is all mine."
As you reach out, as you shake her hand, she pulls you in really quickly, and
Oh, no.
she gets real close to your ear. And Rel, you can hear this too. She goes, "Don't you ever fucking double cross me, or I will murder you in your sleep." And she pushes you backwards.
Wow.
So how did he come to you? She sits back in her chair.
It was a situation of desperation. I nearly died.
She's just kind of nodding her head very lightly. Interesting. Does he talk often?
It mostly seems to be when I ask him questions, but sometimes he warns me about dangers.
And you are here for the same reason as I am assuming.
In a way, I would hope so.
We just have to get to the bottom, you know. She seems almost feverish right now, and you can tell in the kind of her little hut here is lit by candles, and you can tell in the candlelight her face is like very red. She does look sick right now. We just have to get to the bottom. That's it. We're gonna have to keep going down, not up.
The bottom is where he is.
Yes.
I didn't know he was so close.
Me either. It's wondrous, really. We can get there. We share similar goals. Rel,
Yes?
this friend of yours have you known her long?
Since I've been down here.
And you trust her?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something very, very dear to me. Both of you, for now. She looks across both of you. My trust.
Whoa.
It is not often I meet another follower of the Phoenix. She sits back up in her chair. I've only known 2 others. One of them betrayed me. He tried to kill me, but, well, novices don't make for good assassins.
Wait. 2 phoenixes.
Hmm?
I mean, I've had my suspicions that there was a second one, but...
A second one? No. Followers.
Oh!
There's only one Phoenix, as far as I'm aware.
Oh.
Yes. And he is glorious. Oh, he is glorious. Shadow and fire. Such excellent pairings. And she twirls an illusion in her hand and then combines it with a little flame. And the flame kind of wreathes the illusion, and you watch this bird just soar into the air for a second and disappear. Now, I suppose we must get down to business. This is good news. It means there's probably more of us down here. Digging to the bottom, clawing our way down, bit by bit, piece by piece.
Why would he not just have you all work together then?
He is very secretive. I'm not sure why he wouldn't, but I don't tend to question anything stronger than I am. Those things number very few in this world, but he is indeed one of them.
Hmm.
For now, I will trust his judgment. He's led me this far. He's given me this much, and she kind of gestures around her. Perhaps more is waiting. Business, then. Her surface thoughts currently are almost delight. It's like taking a bite into some really good German chocolate. That kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that. Or like that first cup of coffee in the morning, or tea if you're a tea person. It's that.
I have only ever had the delight of having German chocolate once.
German chocolate's some good shit.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of the buzz that she's got going on in her head right now. But a name flashes through your head, Rel. And it's Eltenar.
Can you spell that for me?
Make sure you have it on like 6 documents this time.
Yeah. Do I know the name?
No.
Okay. Put it in my important people.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
What is the purpose of your visit? Is it just to introduce your friend here?
Partially, yes. There's a
And
bit more.
the rest.
Question.
Yes.
I was doing some thinking, and I want this to be known before I ask.
Yes.
That I'm rather indifferent to the whole thing. If it turns out to be true. I noticed, and couldn't help but notice, that when we were testing for oozes, you cut yourself. You're a master of illusion. And that, and I mean no offense, and I don't mean to anger you when I say this, Hayan pointed out that Haruka doesn't exist.
Her eyes narrow. So, Rel. Surface thoughts: immediate tension, immediate anger, immediate distrust.
Yeah.
Everything she just felt, flip it backwards, turn it up to 11. She kind of raises from her seat, and she kneads her fingers together. She crosses her fingers together. What's the word? Weaves. She weaves her fingers together in front of her. Haruka, Hayan is such a interesting individual, wouldn't you say?
A little? She's
One of the
a
only
bitch.
half-dragons in the world. And she chose to squander that ability on leading some guilds. Some worthless guild at that. It's not even a big one. It's not prestigious anyway. She's not rich.
No, and she seems to have some really unfounded hatred for you.
She does, doesn't she?
Amalia's just gonna stare like dumbfounded at Rel.
Make me an int check, Rel. See if you can grab this name.
Alright. Come on, dice.
19, bitch.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, she rolled really well.
You get it.
Oh!
Haruka of the Verdant Expanse passes through your mind. Passes through her mind for a brief moment.
Okay.
And given just your general intelligence, passive intelligence, basically, you would know the Verdant Expanse is a particular region of the southern forests of Astoria, not Itemur, which is where she originally claimed to be from.
Where is it again? Sorry.
It's in Astoria. It's at the very south, the southern reaches of Astoria, near the strait that leads straight to Itemur.
Near the strait that
Yeah.
leads to
If you look on your world map, you can tell that there's a strait
Okay.
between Itemur and Astoria. It's kind of like a Panama Canal type of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's basically right at the end of that. The Verdant Expanse is at the end of that forest, all the way to the coast.
Okay.
And it ends in fuck, I forgot what it was called. It's like the Salted Coast or something. So.
Okay.
So, what I was wondering, and again, I don't really care. At this point,
Of course.
I think I've grown enough, learned enough about you to place an amount of trust into you, as you have reciprocated today.
She gives you a very slight nod.
My question is, are you an ooze? Or someone using... some creature using an illusion to make yourself look more human?
No, I'm afraid not. That's an interesting theory, though. She actually kind of like cocks her head and she legitimately chuckled for a minute. She just kind of shakes her head and kind of stares at you. That is... Wow. No, I'm afraid I'm not an ooze. Or anyone trying to hide their appearance. Of that you can be sure. I look fantastic. And she kind of like motions over her face.
I'll nod.
You fucking suck up, bitch.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm terrified over here.
Amalia is just over here shaking.
But I was just curious. It was some observations that connected together.
Surface thoughts weren't mirth, really. It's just a little bit of joy.
Hey,
She got a tickle out of it.
completely smoothed over that entire conversation.
Yeah, you can tell that initial burst of angst and everything kind of has receded now that you said that. She's like, "Oh shit, this bitch is an idiot."
Not
What
a
the
complete idiot.
fuck?
Not a
She
complete...
thinks I'm an ooze. That's fucking amazing. What the shit? Oh my god. I've got to go tell Master Harkin about this.
She had the
And then
nerve.
she thought I was an ooze. Okay, anyways.
Love it. 10 out of 10. Plan worked flawlessly.
It worked out.
This dumbass had the nerve to come in here, my domain, and question me.
Question me, Haruka of the Pale. It's more like every now and then you see her dip down a little bit too. She's just like, oh god, I'm dying. And you get flashes of that with your detect thought. She's like, oh god, fuck. Ugh.
Try not to laugh.
She's
Well, if there's nothing else, I'm afraid that I'm very sick at the moment, and I would prefer if you leave. And you, and she looks at you, Amalia. It's
Yeah?
nice to meet a fellow follower. There are not many of us, but keep it secret. People will call you crazy, or insane, or maybe even evil. But stick with it. It's worth it.
of course, and I thank you for your time.
She gives you a nod.
There's one other thing.
Yes, Rel.
There's not.
Yes, sirs. The Triumvirate wanted us, and I forgot to mention this, Triumvirate wanted us to look into a group of people who could potentially be carrying a seed from the Tree of Ong.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a natural 22.
And she's like, oh shit, and like shits herself.
No. No. She has
Oh, no.
expertise in religion.
Oh god, she knows everything. She's like,
She
What?
knows. She like, you watch her eyes just go wide for a second. Excuse me?
Is that bad?
Do you know who it is?
Who the follower is?
Yes.
I have a very, very strong suspicion.
Can I have a name?
The Triumvirate told us not to go near him. But
You're not going to be going near him. I am.
why, may I ask?
The Tree of Ong is not to be trifled with. Like the Phoenix, many consider it a myth. It is not.
So it's dangerous.
Extremely. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, what morals you hold. If you are a living being, the Tree of Ong is your enemy. Period.
So why would the Triumvirate not tell us not to go near him?
Perhaps they think he'll lead you to other followers. She kind of chews on her lip for a second. She sits back down. Perhaps they're right to...
What are her surface thoughts?
worry. She's fucked up right now. Like, you've never felt this from her, not even once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ain't alright.
I think we just signed Siege's death warrant again.
What's his name?
Siege. He's the leader of the
Oh god, what's that mercenary camp name?
Lynx.
Black Lynx.
Black Lynx mercenary camp.
She kind of bites her tongue. She's just sitting there thinking. Surface thoughts are essentially, she keeps bouncing back and forth over what to do, and she's doing it very rapidly. She thinks very quickly. And she finally kind of stops for a second. Her thoughts settle. She goes, Arius, Yato, come in here, please. And you see the door open and the two guards step in, and they close the door behind them, both of their weapons at the ready. There is a man in the camp with a mercenary encampment. His name is Siege. I want you to put some of my spiders to work for me, please. They both nod. You are dismissed. And they turn around and they step out of the door and they close it again.
Spiders?
I have ways of gathering information the Triumvirate would never use. Hayan is morally ambiguous, but she is not evil. I, on the other hand, well, I don't have a lot of qualms about fucking someone up. And her thoughts are anger now. Almost betrayal.
Fair, I understand that. So, an idea crossed me then. If you have others working for you, why not have us, or that is to say me, work in tandem with them?
Another in check, please, to see if you can catch this name.
Okay.
Nope. No idea.
It's fine.
Name flashes through her head. She shakes her head. No. I do have others working for me. Many others. And right now, I would like to keep that a secret. Their identities are more important to me than your life.
Alright. Was just an idea I had.
Understood. Idea dismissed. Now, unless there's anything else, I believe I have work to do.
Yes,
Going
and
on her lip again.
What are her surface thoughts?
She's still thinking of Siege.
Okay.
kind of keeps biting her lip. I will escort you out. And she stands up and she starts to basically like body language push you out of her home.
Oh, I was gonna say I opened the door and after the bow.
Yeah. She kind of just move out of my place. She's like walking towards you.
Yeah.
I would go.
Amalia, we will discuss things later. You must come next time Rel drops by. Perhaps you two can work in tandem. For now, Rel, you know your orders. Inform Amalia. Hers are the same.
Yes, my lady.
Amalia, we will work together, you and I. And we will go straight to the bottom. And then the glory will be ours. Rel, perhaps sometime you should contact the Phoenix.
I will look into it.
Understood. Gives you a nod. She's much less hostile than before.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh, I'm scared.
As soon as she gets outside, turns around and says, there are people watching us currently. There are two of them right over there, and she motions with her eyebrow. Do you look?
No.
Okay. Two of them right behind you, right over there, and she motions with her eyebrow, and she... When we part, you will bow, you will say, yes, my lady, and you will thank me for my time.
Rel bows. Yes, my lady. Thank you for your time.
I would bow as well.
Okay.
Yes, my lady. Thank you for your time.
She gives you a nod. You're both dismissed, thank you, and she says it loudly. She turns to the two guards. She goes, Arias and Yato, you will come with me. We will leave this place unguarded for now. I believe it's safe. And she motions a ward over the door. Note that she doesn't actually trace any glyphs or anything. She just motions with her hand, and the ward appears.
Subtle cast.
Subtle spell. Yeah. And then she and her two guards head towards the Athenium.
Wait, I can choose to see through my familiar, can't I?
You can.
I would motion for the Phoenix to look at the guards and then look through its eyes.
Oh. Your bird just kind of looks around for a second, looks straight behind you. You look through its eyes, and you see two people. You probably would recognize their faces, maybe not their names. But they are... both of the people are in Vigil colors.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. One of them's pretty hard to miss because they are a fire genasi.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's not many of those. They are pretty rare to see. I think there's only... I don't want to give you a fake number here, but off the top of my head, I think there's only 3 genasi in the camp that I can think of off the top of my head. And that's Punakambo, this person, and then there's another one that you haven't met yet. So.
Has Rel looked yet, or?
No, Rel doesn't look.
Rel's just like, no, fuck this shit.
I'm good.
She knows she's being watched, so...
I would lower my voice to a whisper, still through the Phoenix, because I think I can talk through it too.
Okay. Can you talk through? No, not yet.
Nope.
You have to be You have to be a Pact of the Chain to be able to do that.
Yep.
You have to get an application called Voice of the Chain Master.
Oh, I can communicate with it telepathically. Okay.
Yeah, you can communicate through it with it telepathically so long as it's within 100 feet of you, I think, or on the same plane. I don't remember. Oh, find familiar's a thing. I do really have to pee, so short break here if you want.
All right.
Okay.
Short break. I gotta pee real bad.
Okay, there we go. I got it up.
All right, cool. Welcome back to the fucking crazy land where we walk into people's houses and tell them that we're gonna fucking accuse them of being a ooze. Laugh, laugh, haha, hee hee.
Hey,
This
That's
is
funny.
We
I
walk
got-
into houses, insult them, and then suck up to them.
Yes, this is how we do things in the world of what lies below. So
gotten Rel this far.
we're gonna play timey-wimey with a little bit of shit here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's rewind time 67 seconds. Haruka kills you both, and then
Oh.
all right. So, what do you do after the hut?
You could use my
As soon
raven to
as I
blind
saw-
us.
As soon as I saw the vigil members, I would have lowered my voice to a whisper and mentioned them to Rel and said specifically that they were from the vigil.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
And
aware.
Rel, what are you doing?
She just replies, I'm aware. And says, let's head on back.
All right.
It's politics on politics on politics. Okay. You head back, you find you.
Yeah.
You guys eventually reconvene. I'm assuming in like the Ford camp, more than likely.
Where's my raven? At least you
Rel
got. At
opens
least
up
you,
the bag.
Yeah, it like squawks while it's in the bag. It's like.
at least it's alive. And you're alive.
Yeah, we're pretty well.
Somehow.
Shit.
I pat
Fucking
my
pissed.
shoulder in response.
It hops over to your shoulder, lands, and rolls 40 dice. No, lands. And then
So
forgets its fucking thing across the room. Hold on. Oh, I'm stretched. Okay. Got it.
so
Continue, sorry.
how did it go?
As it seems,
We should talk someplace more private.
that's a good idea.
Oh, here's 30 gold and here's your scroll.
Oh, thank you.
That's how much you have left.
That's fine, thank you.
Is there anything else we need to get? 'Cause
I see what you did there. There was something that I remember my mother talking about years ago. But it's not entirely important right now.
it doesn't hurt to look for one.
Well, yes, but we can do that at any time before we leave.
Alright. Where should we go? To talk.
Well, there is
Lord.
the spot that we were in before.
Oh, and the Athenium?
That's where
No.
we were with the tent?
No?
Oh.
No, you were in the Ford camp with the tent.
Oh.
Yeah, this was the Ford camp down here. Y'all were like off in this corner.
There's a random tent in the corner with a dragonborn standing outside
Yeah,
of it.
also the scale of this is like pretty ginormous. Like they're fitting pretty much like 160 to 200 people in this area right here.
Is there a place we can go in here that doesn't have, like, a lot of people?
Yeah, I mean,
That, like, we won't be overheard?
you can go to Druid Grove, which is pretty close.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna suggest the
it's
druid.
pretty large, and there's only a handful of people in there.
Alright, Druid's Grove. I need to go there anyway.
Okay.
There you go.
Why?
Rel changes her class to Druid.
No, I need to talk to them about a school, remember?
Yeah, of course. I remember.
A scroll of what?
School!
Oh, school.
A scroll of school.
Yeah,
You
that.
use it, it instantly just makes you. That's called a diploma, Spirit.
I knew that. Space hamster.
Anyway, Druid's Grove. There
Mine was a
should be-
potion of school. That's called a GED.
should be a place to talk there. And I need to talk to the Druids anyway.
All right.
I've always wanted
Sure.
to see the Druids Grove.
It's very pretty down there. I've
Been
had a
there
few people.
before.
I've had a
Yeah.
few people down there.
That's where you had to exchange the potions for iron roots for potions.
I don't think I went with them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I was learning Identify and cooking.
Oh, yeah, you were. You right?
Yeah, I gave them some iron root, which I imagine they probably split up and made into more iron root. I hope.
Exactly.
Oh, gardening. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the place you go to garden.
Right. So,
All right. So heading down to the Druid's Grove. You enter into the Druid's Grove, which is a large area with tons of moss, and they've even got like a nice grassy floor. There are vines that kind of hang from these huge, massive oak trees that have been almost spurred into existence by these druids and their creation of soil and fertilizer, etc., etc. And they've done the best they can here. This is kind of where a lot of the food is grown. It's essentially a little farm within the camp itself, and there's only a handful of druids. I think there's like, I don't know. I'm just gonna say 6 for now. There might be more. There might be less. But there's not very many druids. And the head druid kind of spots you walking in as he's usually near. He's usually nearby. Hold on, let me find his house. Where are you at, motherfucker? Yeah, it's this guy right here. He approaches. You see this. You see a wild elf, and as he approaches, he kind of just gives you a gentle bow. Welcome to the grove. What can I help you with?
I would like to talk to the Druids in charge of the children.
Well, that would be I.
Oh, perfect. My name is Relindra Maldranor. And she bows and extends a hand.
He gives you a small bow. And my name is Gutierrez. It's a pleasure to meet you. I believe we've spoken a few times, but not very often.
Yes. So, I was wondering if it would be possible to start up a school for the children. We don't force them to go or anything, just those that are interested in learning various things. I feel it'd be best to help them pursue their curiosity.
And he gives you this kind of big, crinkled smile. I think that would be wonderful, really. The children play here and they help us tend the farms, and we've been teaching them some druid magic, even. That's difficult going. Not many of them have a good grasp on the art, but some of them. And he kind of peeks over, and there's a kid, probably no older than maybe 12, shaggy blonde hair, kind of matted, looks a little dirty, probably needs a bath. But he is, you watch him cast a cantrip, and it looks like he's trying to get these vines to grow a little longer on the base, kind of around the tree. And after a couple attempts, he actually succeeds, and the vines kind of sprout a few leaves and grow just a tiny bit.
Ross smiles.
This one is particularly talented, and there's a few others. School sounds like it would be good for them. You could teach it in here. It's a wonderful environment.
I would love to, however, I do have other obligations, so I think it would be best if we work together to create a curriculum.
A
So to speak.
curriculum. He just smiles at you. You mean like a lesson plan?
Yes.
I thought that's what that meant, but I wasn't entirely sure. He's just smiling. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid that I'm not going to be a big help in many things. I can teach you farming and druidism. I can teach you the ways of nature. I can teach you all the bird calls and what the river sounds like when it's angry. I cannot teach you mathematics. I cannot teach you how to build great structures.
Isn't that why there's an entire camp? I mean,
Sure. We can work together, most certainly, but I'm afraid that I won't be much help.
it's still knowledge.
I've lived my entire life in the forest.
Still knowledge regardless.
Knowledge is different than intellect.
It is.
You know what I mean. You're knowledgeable about certain things that we're not.
He just smiles at you and shakes his head, and you see a couple of the other druids helping some of the children, and you catch sight of this little light bobbing around everywhere, and it kind of zips and zaps out of your view. But you watch it swirl around one of the trees, and a bunch of flowers bloom around the tree, and then it just disappears.
Rel kind of stares at it, like smiling, and then looks back. No, your wisdom and your knowledge in those fields, I believe, is very helpful. I will find others and collaborate with everyone.
He gives you a small bow.
A lesson plan, and I will teach when I can.
Most excellent. I would appreciate it. I think that it would give the children some time off from, well, this. The emotions around everything, and all they really do right now is play here and sleep, and occasionally help tend the farms. Maybe some schooling would do them good.
I believe it would.
Excellent. Well,
You wanted to stop here as well?
I did.
We were gonna talk?
Yeah, we were going to talk to each other, remember?
Oh, I thought we wanted to do the iron route too.
you've already done the iron, right?
I already did the
Oh, did we?
iron room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He even kind of, oh, and you were the one that turned in the iron. This is so wonderful of you. We've already turned it into several other sprouts.
Well, if we find some more, we'll definitely bring you some more.
Please bring us more. The more iron root, the better. Healing potions are a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm. They really are.
There's a guy that walks up, and you see this enormous man, and when he kind of enters into the light, because this whole area is kind of like dim light, pretty much, it's like barely lit. And when this guy finally walks into the light, you see that he's not really a man so much as he's got, it's interesting, he's got like dark green skin covered in fur all from head to toe, basically. He's got a massive beard made of this fuzzy green hair, these two huge ears, like elephant ears, and his nose is just a gigantic red circle, essentially like almost a clown nose, pretty much, that kind of fades into the green color of his skin. And he gives you this huge smile with these two black beady eyes. His teeth are perfectly white the whole way through, and we have some visitors. I like visitors. Hey, guys.
Dude, what is he? That was me asking the DM.
Rude. Anyone can ask. Anyone can roll a nature check just to determine what he is.
I'm assuming he's an orc.
Nope.
17.
That's pretty accurate.
17 and 17.
Give me a second. See, 17 and 17. That's good enough for me. And then Amalia's just like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know what he is.
He gives you this big smile. 15 or higher, I'd say, is good enough. And my name's Caleb. And no, he's not a bugbear.
Damn it.
This is a furbolg. This is a furbolg. They are
Fourth guess.
They are not seen very. That was my 17th guess. They're not seen very often. They hail from the Stormlands. They're pretty secretive as well. They generally do not leave the Stormlands, and when they do, it's usually for good. Most of the time, they do not return. That's about all you know about them.
Vera.
Huh?
It's like a Vera from like 12.
Do we have an image?
I don't think I've played 12.
They're essentially bound to the wood from birth, and if they leave,
Oh, I see.
they are never allowed to go back.
Kind of like that. Do you want an image? I can get you an image.
Yes,
I can
please.
I can get you an image. And meanwhile, continue.
Hello. It's rare that we see one of your kind.
Yeah, there's not a lot of me around, man.
You looks like she wants to jump him and bug him with questions.
I'm from the across the sea and stuff. My name's Kaylin. It's
a
real
pleasure.
nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Kaylin.
Thanks.
I don't
And he
think-
shakes your hand real. He's huge, by the way. Like, his hand could engulf both of yours, but when he shakes your hand, it's super gentle.
Oh, he's like a cuddly little
I don't think I've ever run into one of these, have I?
No.
No.
I just put them in this campaign.
Okay.
I haven't used them in any of the others so far.
Where'd you put it?
I haven't put a picture yet. I'll get you
okay.
one. I'll get you. I don't have a picture for Kaylin, so
No, that's fine. I thought
Anyways,
they were
continue.
referencing a picture.
no. So I overheard something about some schooling.
Yes. I want to put together a school for the children.
Well, that sounds real nice.
Are you, by chance, fluent in any topics?
I'm fluent in a whole bunch of stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
I
What
don't
are you
know.
thinking?
Give me what you know.
I can. Well, I know a couple of languages. I know. Well, I know Furbolg. And I know a little Anaran. And I can ask people where the nearest shop is in Astorian. So that's a good one. Okay, you're
All right.
drawing him. Roll a performance check.
Performance check. 11. I suck.
He's hard to draw.
Furbolg
Okay.
might be interesting. What else?
That's kind of what he looks like too, pretty much. Just a little more green. Well, I'm pretty good at magic. I can do that. But mostly, I just like to teach people about being kind.
Oh,
I don't think
There's
you
a
want
lot
me
of
to teach.
value in kindness.
kindness is so important.
It is. It is. See, I like this one. And he kind of motions to you with his hand. This is a good one.
Oh, I thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for existing, friend.
Ralph kind of gives like a bittersweet smile.
Rel's like, I want to be happy, but I can't.
Damn, that was really
Wait.
edgy. Fuck.
That's the player. Hold on. That's the player. The player's like, I want to say aw, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adorable. No, you're correct. I believe that would be a worthwhile
Yeah.
instruction to teach them.
Also, to anyone who's ever seen Critical Role, this dude is 100% based off Caduceus.
I haven't met him yet, so I don't know.
There's a character in Critical Role Campaign 2 named Caduceus, and he is a Furbolg, and he is probably my favorite character of all time. So, he gets a little homage here.
I don't know, man.
I
I
don't know,
personally am in
man.
love with a character named Ted.
Ted? Yeah, Ted's great, man. Fucking love Caduceus.
What was your name again?
My name's Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Your name's Relindra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man,
don't forget names.
Sorry, I'm writing this down.
You're fine. Mm-hmm.
Do
Yeah,
you
go on.
have a out of character? This is called oh God, what's the term for not being able to forget information?
No, I don't have that.
Photographic memory.
Do you have
Or
a,
if you want to be technical about it, the feat is called keen mind. In real life, the actual term is an eidetic memory.
I do
eidetic
not have
memory?
keen mind.
Do you have an eidetic memory?
Yeah, that's what people tell me. I just don't forget things. It's pretty cool. Never forget a face. It's important, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm very
You
good
never
at
know when you're
faces.
going to have to give that face a hug later.
I think you would engulf us and eat us if you did that.
I don't think there's any engulfing or eating, except I'm a real good cook. Oh, do the kids need to learn how to cook? I can teach them that one.
Cooking would
That's
be good.
probably also good, yeah.
Yeah, a little, you know, a little home cooking stuff. That's pretty good, all right?
Well, and Rel pulls out her journal and writes, like, starts scribbling in it. I will put you on the list.
I'd like to be on that list. I don't know what the list is for, but I want to be there.
List of people who could be teachers.
Oh, yeah. All right. That sounds cool.
Can you spell his name in chat?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's Kalen.
Didn't it say it on the handout?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe it did, and I just didn't notice.
I didn't notice either.
Where did it go?
It says it right at the top.
Oh, the
Kalen
circles.
the
There
Purple
it is.
Druid.
Yeah. My real life perception is like non-existent.
Oh, I know.
Does anyone have real life perception?
Some do.
I have eyes and ears like a hawk. I'm Batman. I'm telling you, they should have casted me as Batman. Fat Batman would have been the best shit ever. I'm telling you right now. Y'all see the little light zip around some more, and like it kind of stops by one of the kids and then just disappears for a second, and then the light reappears and zoops off again, and the kids all kind of like chase after it, laughing.
What is
What is
that?
That? Wait, what? The light?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just our little friend. She's over from Varger. Y'all ever been to Varger?
No.
Have I eaten anybody that's been to Varger?
Your master had been to Varger a handful of times. He was only allowed there specifically because he manipulated political forces to do so.
You
I knew someone from that went there a few times. Just a few.
Is
Why?
you mentioned that it was a she. Is it alive?
Oh yeah, she's great. She's great. She's about like yay high, and he motions his fingers and makes a gap that's only about like 7 or 8 inches tall. She's got little flappy wings. She's pretty great.
Would I know what he's talking about?
You can roll another nature check.
you son of a bitch?
Oh, no.
17!
17, I would say, is good enough. Amalia's just like, nope.
Wow, what?
17 is good enough.
Double 17, bitch!
The double 17s twice in a row is perturbing.
On the
And then
nature check.
Amalia fails. I don't know what's going on right now. Both of you know that this is a pixie. They are extremely rare, extremely uncommon. They're pretty much only from the continent of Varger. It's not even a continent. It's basically a giant island off the coast of Astoria. And they more or less don't leave Varger unless it's like one at a time. Pretty much, they'll leave temporarily and then come back, and that's about all you know. You know that they're usually pretty much inherently magical, and they are generally pretty okay.
What?
He's like, yeah, Rue's been with us for a long
You
time.
piece of fucking shit! I'm quitting. I knew it.
Saloon had other plans for her, friend.
I hate you so much.
Wait. Is this where Rue has been the entire time?
Yes.
Oh god.
Son of a... I know I'm on to you.
Yeah, Rue's been with us for a long time. She's been kind of traveling with the circles. She's not really a druid. She sure does like nature.
Interesting, I've never met a pixie. I hate you so much.
I just love how you were just so calm with that sentence, but you could still tell that you just wanted to yell it.
Hey,
Oh, really?
little,
I've never met a pixie.
hey, little pixie, can you come here for a minute?
No, I don't want this.
She's like zooping all over the place. She seems to ignore you.
Please, I want to try and draw you.
That was Ara's alarm clock telling him to kill me.
It was.
He set a reminder, kill Rin 30 seconds.
Hey, at least you know what she's been up to.
True.
But I don't know.
Exactly.
Well,
At least you know she's alive.
I mean, I figured she was alive.
if Oz decides to stab himself with a dagger that does things, you'll probably find out.
Yeah, she's been a real help over here. I don't know, and he's just watching her. Anyways, we should get back to work. And he looks over at Gatiri, and Gatiri just kind of shakes his head. Just, have you been smoking again? He's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been hitting the mushroom.
He's been hitting that good kush.
Yep.
None of that around the children.
No, of course not. No, I only smoke whenever I'm alive, you know? I'm always alive, though. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like being alive.
Yes, it's good. Don't smoke it around the children.
Yeah.
Repeat that back to me.
Don't smoke children. That's bad, dude.
Don't smoke the magic puff around the children.
Wait, you got magic puff?
Oh my god.
Is it really magic? I heard they had some that they infused with some magic, and Gatiri kind of like just puts his head in his hand, and it's the Picard facepalm.
Yeah,
That's what Rel's doing right now. Like,
you slapped her forehead, and it's kind of like, no, not what I meant.
I thought Puff was a dragon.
oh my
Everyone
God.
raises their eyes, and you have a seizure.
All right, note to self: get advisor to watch over teachers.
Yeah, that's good, man.
All right. Well, we were hoping also to just kind of sit down someplace where, there's not a lot of people and just relax and enjoy nature's beauty. And
The Grove is the Grove's open to everyone. Just try, mind the crops over there. And he points to like one particular area that's like very clearly being farmed.
of course,
But there's there's trees and grass and stuff you can play with if you like that. Yeah. He means just don't tread on the crops. You'll
Yes.
go with it. Fucking next episode of
I can't even
Ashland
send a
Church.
sending to her.
Nope. You can't
I
get a
hate
sending.
you.
You can't even get a sending to Aram. That's the bad part.
I hate you so much.
I'm sorry.
You can't
do
send
not.
sendings
I
across.
hate me too. You can
Chris-
send sendings across the plains, but you cannot send them across crystal spheres.
Oh.
Yes. Aram has a completely different crystal sphere than Faerun.
They're not the same crystal
This
sphere.
This is the cosmology that I have bastardized.
There's this level of like seething rage that I have.
At least you get to experience Rue a little bit more.
And Saloon even told Lily that she would be able to keep in touch with Rue.
Well, sometimes Saloon doesn't know the future.
That's true.
That
There have
is
been
actually
certain
one of the-
events.
That is actually one of the questions Lily was going to ask Saloon. So I tried to send a sending a little while ago.
And
a
it
little while
failed.
back. Yeah, and it failed.
Yeah. You got to roll for it that time, though.
I did.
Yep. Big thonk. Big
Big
thonk.
thunk. Anyway, so we're going to go talk someplace private.
Okay. All right. You find a nice little quiet part of the grove, and there's pretty much no one around you. You can still hear the kids playing, but they're being loud. So
You
Kids are
says
kids.
cover your mouth as you talk.
I'm up for your cow.
There's
I heard water your cow.
Cover
No.
your mouth.
cover your mouth. People
No,
can.
I heard-
Some people can read lips.
I heard Rin say water your cow.
Okay
Yes.
then.
Yes.
Yeah. Rel pulls up the scarf a little bit.
Now,
Okay.
going to fill me in?
From my understanding, it seems like Haruka is an ally. She's not necessarily an enemy.
Yeah, you could have fooled me.
You is going to do a perception check.
What are you looking for?
Just anything out of the ordinary. That shouldn't be there.
Are you particularly familiar with this area? Can you guess what's out of the ordinary?
Anything invisible or that, I don't know, someone is
Roll a perception
actively
check.
trying to look or hear us?
Sure. Roll a perception
21.
check. Doesn't appear that anyone is attempting to spy on you.
It's just me looking out.
Yeah.
Type thing.
If you don't give me something specific, it's really difficult for me to gauge what you should be seeing. But you don't see anything in this instance.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
Her and I seem to have similar goals, which doesn't necessarily make her an ally per se, at least not to anyone other than possibly me. But if my understanding is correct, her only real goal is the same as mine, which means she's not an enemy unless we get in her way.
Ah, I see. Okay. Mutual goals is at least a good starting point,
Yes,
Yeah.
in fact, I actually believe she's a pretty strong ally.
Okay.
And we've actually managed to earn her trust.
Interesting.
Somehow.
Well, I guess that's good, right?
For the time being.
Great. She didn't kill you. You figured out you have similar goals to her. I mean, I think that's a pretty win-win situation.
The biggest thing is convincing the Triumvirate that when there's been a lot of tension between the two parties.
Yeah. Especially Haiyan.
Because
We kill Heian, and then he just slams his fist down in his hand.
I
Oh
agree.
wait, that's a bad idea. Hold on.
That is a horrible idea, considering she didn't press you more for questions.
No, you're right. Oops.
I'm a little concerned, knowing that Haiyan has huge distaste for Haruka. I'm kind of scared to inform them that her and my goals are similar, because that might possibly put me at risk in the end.
It will. It's a good possibility it will.
Because, yes, our goals are similar, but
You're not the same person.
I don't intend to make enemies unless completely necessary.
I feel like that is a generally good philosophy to have in life.
Yeah. You stay alive a little bit longer,
Yeah, you do.
Question.
Yes.
Do we know Haiyan's religious standpoint?
Yes.
What is it?
She doesn't have one.
But she is a half-dragon, correct?
Correct. Yes.
What do you think would happen, since you're from Yavanin, Zhao, what do you think would happen if she was discovered hiding a dragon egg?
His eyebrows raise. I would anticipate another political schism and perhaps a little bit of retribution from both Evir and the Deruko. I'm not even sure that she would survive it, honestly, but it all depends on how she plays her hand. She has a very large guild underneath her. the Historian Explorers Guild is, what, 5,000 members? If she played her cards right, she could probably ally with the Ektari, and that would be the end of it. She would win.
You don't think the guild would disown her?
Oh, heavens no. I don't think the guild cares about dragon eggs at all.
Okay.
You're forgetting they're explorers.
Most of the people that I know hate dragons. If she was caught hiding a dragon egg, they might sour a little bit, but they would probably still fall in line. Other leaders in the past have been caught doing worse. I mean, there is Raymond. He was caught murdering his wives and drinking their blood in the night. And he stayed the guild the head for a while. You know, until 2 or 3 were found.
Why would you drink someone's blood?
Vampire?
Mean, sometimes you... Yeah, he like makes a motion with his fingers and makes fangs. Sometimes you have the things, you know.
Undead?
Sometimes you just get the craving for the good stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Amalia kind of
I would drink blood if it was for money.
If I
You
had...
hand me a cup of blood right now. Tell me you'll give me 5 gold. I'll drink it all.
I don't have blood.
Well, that's a you problem.
That's a you problem.
Oh, no.
So,
Did I mention I
Joe
love my
kills
name?
himself on the spot.
Did I mention I love my name?
I hate your name so much.
I hate you.
You hate you?
Anyways.
All right, Hitler.
Yeah, I played that game pretty damn good. Secret Hitler.
So brief interloop here. We played Secret Hitler the other night, Saturday night. I've never seen this woman lie like that in my fucking life. She's a scumbag. Now that I've seen her lie like that, I'll never trust her again. She's Hitler all the time now, from now on.
Oh my god.
She fucked everyone over. I was like, what? Hello? Anyways, continue.
So it's pretty safe, though, to say her political standing would definitely take a hit.
Probably a little, yes. But she would gain new followers. Especially if she allied herself with Wildspeak, with Avir and the Ektari. I don't think she would... I don't think she would suffer. I think she would rise. Hyenas were resourceful, and her loyalties are not particularly
Solid?
strict. Yes.
That's a scary person.
She likes money.
Money can get you places if you know where to put it.
It can. Sometimes you put it in your belt and you lose it, though, and then you're sad.
Did you lose your money?
Sometimes. Not today.
Good. Because think of all that hard work wasted.
Listen, it was only 600 gold after I came out of the gambling place, and they told me that I had to leave, and I had 600 gold, and then it was gone.
Well then.
Anyways, back to business, sorry.
Right. So, Amalia,
Yes.
are you going to work for her?
I'd like to think I'm working with her, but I don't think that's possible.
Well, no, I've never seen her act that way before. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if she viewed you as somewhat of not an equal, but not someone below her, like a rat.
You're just a dog, not a rat.
I like dogs.
Congratulations, you have been graduated from pest to pet.
Oh, wait.
No.
I think a little higher than that, honestly. Haruka's not the kind of person that strikes me as putting trust in their pets.
I mean, maybe.
I would put trust in a dog if it, fetched my items for me, but...
I wouldn't. At the end of the day, it's still a dog.
they're so cute and fluffy.
Cute and fluffiness does not equate out to trustfulness.
Who hurts you?
I have never seen a dog betray a person before. Now, maybe that might be because they're not the most intelligent of beings, but...
Oh, I've seen dogs eat their masters.
Okay, well... Uh,
And
who
you have.
hurt you?
Who hurt you?
My life is a dark and brooding mystery.
like all the druids come over and they just kind of all gather around you. They're like, "Who hurt you? Are you?"
Look, no one hurt me. I've just grown up on the street.
I think I would prefer the street over than how I grew up. And I do finger quotations.
Yeah, no, I would too.
I don't prefer any of those things. This sounds awful.
You know, I felt absolutely terrible for possibly accidentally being the cause of murdering a pack of wolves, but...
God damn it.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
But... watching a dog eat its master...
That's fucked up, yo.
I technically
sorry.
did that.
Ah, you were a dog and you ate your master. Ah, that's funny. Oh, that's rude. I'm sorry.
I did. I sunk a dagger in his heart and then I ate
Sometimes
him
Oh.
as he died.
So do you like taste people? Like he actually kind of like engages for a second. He's like interested. He's like, do you have taste buds in there, or like do you just kind of swallow and then it's done?
I do have taste buds.
Oh
May I see your hands?
no,
Oh.
I was just gonna lick you.
nope, I'm good.
Is that
Right.
what they call a kink?
What?
Right.
Eating people?
And licking them?
I don't eat anybody unless I absolutely have to. Not
Oh.
in that way. Eating
Oh.
too many people. Eventually, I will have, in your guys' terms, to give birth.
That's gross.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Alright.
So I try to refrain from that. I may tease it, but yeah.
Is
Maybe
that
you should eat all the triumvirate and Haruka.
Is that
I could actually fit that.
What were you saying, Amalia?
Is that a you thing, or do I have to eat people if I wanna?
To what?
No, we're not going down this path.
No.
Now listen, Amalia,
Oh,
when
No, Zhao, if she doesn't know, then she's too young to know.
an ooze
I'm
and
not young. Where is my age? I'm 25 years old.
And that's
Oh.
sad.
oh, you're pretty young. Shit.
Whoa. Well, I
The
mean,
sad part is I might be the oldest here.
I'm young for an elf, sure, but for a human. Look, I'm gonna be alive for the next 700 years, okay?
Oh
And
god.
you'll find out eventually.
Uh,
Are
I
you
don't
talking,
want to be alive for
Are you
700
talking about
years.
having children?
anyways,
No, tell me.
No, we're not gonna go down this path.
Okay,
So-
fine.
we can have some girl time later.
Okay, that's fine.
So, Amalia, I will inform you later of everything that Haruka asks of me. I'll inform you all, I guess, since...
We're talking about it?
yeah.
Does she
Yeah.
make you clean her shoes? She seems
No.
like the type to make you. Oh, okay.
No. God, no.
I don't think
Wow.
she'd degrade herself doing that kind of work.
All right.
We're not
Um,
that low on the totem pole.
I
But
am.
Amalia,
Yes.
how do I go about contacting this Lemodius?
Well, I just do it through. What's the word?
The Wibble Wabble?
Your pact?
The wibble wabble. I do it through that. No. Telepathy. I think the words and we communicate through our mind. Through my mind?
Okay. And I guess Rel's gonna try that.
Yeah, there's no response.
There's no response. Okay.
No.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, I just tried that. There's no response. Can you? I would like to talk to him.
I can try to arrange some sort of meeting. No one's ever, well, I've never told anyone about this anyways, but no one's ever asked that.
I'm sure not many people ask. Oh,
Can I speak to the voices in your head?
can I speak to the voices in your head, and can I speak to a mythological creature?
I have people ask to speak to my voices all the time.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I say, no, those are my voices.
Tell
Are
him
you sure
that.
you'd make a good Batman? Because I think you'd make a good Joker too.
Tell him that I am perhaps interested in assisting.
Oh. Alright. Also, now that we've brought him up, I've forgot the original intent of me going to visit Haruka.
To see if you knew him, but. Oh, fudge it. Let's hear what he has to say.
Alright. And I would... Lumodius, are you there?
I am.
Were you able to get anything on her?
I was. This one is not your friend. Take great care.
Oh. Should have known. Rel has also mentioned possibly helping the cause.
Tell her to sleep soundly tonight, with a feather under her pillow, and I will visit her.
Alright, I will tell
It
her.
is how I will find her.
And thank you for your help.
Thank you. Continue the path forward. We will prevail.
Of course. And I would look over to Rel. He says to sleep soundly with a feather under your pillow. He said he can contact you that way.
Alright. And what about Haruka?
Well, I got my hopes up. But he has confirmed that she is not a friend.
That's interesting. Why?
He didn't say. I think my suspicions were correct that there might be a second Phoenix.
You did not specify which. You didn't specify the name.
What do you mean?
You never mentioned Nemodius' name to Haruka.
That's a good thing. If there are two, she might mistake her as a friend.
I didn't want to mention it because I was uncertain.
No, and that's fair. But she said there's only one that she knows of, and when I brought up the name Lemodius, she only knew of the person that I was aware of, the ruler.
The one that the Triumvirate was talking about?
Yes.
So, in other words, there is another phoenix.
Possibly. Would Lemurius know of it?
Also, you got a name.
Did I?
Yep, it starts with an E.
Well, yeah, no, that's the...
Relindra.
That's the name that you got when
Eltanar.
we were
Doing the fun.
talking specifically about the phoenix.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
She had a
Oh.
fuzzy feeling in her, and that name popped in her head.
Oh, okay. I wrote it down.
Did you?
So, yeah, I did. I actually have that one written down. Ask him about an Eltanar.
Who?
Eltanar.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Eltenar.
E-L.
Right here in chat.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Eltanar.
Call it a hunch.
Alright. Sorry to bother you again, Lemurius, but do you happen to know the name Eltanar? Oh.
That is him.
That's the voice.
Yes. At the bottom of Deep Hollow, you will find him. Trapped here. Kill Eltanar.
Amalia would physically say this. Oh my god, I was right.
Oh dear.
The voice. The voice that we've been hearing through the crystal, through the walls.
Mm-hmm.
He's a phoenix. That's Eltanar.
Are you sure he's a phoenix?
Well, from what Haruka said, it has to be.
And mixture of the details you shared.
Well,
That
I got the name when we were talking about... When did I get the name?
you got it right after.
You were discussing the Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right in the middle of you asking her about Phoenixes.
Okay.
And she also talked about going down.
If that's the phoenix that Haruka worships, she wants to go down to free him. Lumodia said he's locked down here. Trapped. She wants to free him, and I'm here to kill him.
Oh, well,
So it
that's-
sounds to me like you're not necessarily allies.
Not anymore, no.
does not sound that way.
It also sounds to me like you're not necessarily enemies yet either.
She
No.
could.
As far as she's aware, I'm working with Eltanar.
Well, you really have the same goal, don't you? You have to get to the bottom. What you do after that is not necessarily important right now, right? And Zhao just kind of crosses his arms.
No. But
Not
you can use
exactly.
that advantage.
As far as she's aware, I'm here to do the same thing that she is. And making her an enemy right now is not the smartest thing.
I would agree.
Sadly, I think the best option is to take advantage of her trust so that we can go deeper.
Just be careful how you walk that line.
We have to go back.
We have to go back. Can we go back in time to where I didn't talk to Haruka?
Nope. Too late now.
Oh my god.
That would be several hours down the toilet.
What is going on?
Well then.
This has been a day. Oh, God. You heard what she said into my ear, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She pretty much said if I cross her, I'm dead.
She said the same thing to me as well.
Oh. Makes sense. Well, the good news is it's going to be a lot easier to talk to her. And now I have a name.
Maybe the one that betrayed her was working with yours.
That doesn't give me a lot of confidence, you.
It's possibly true.
It would make sense. However, as I said, now I have a name. Now I know or have a general idea of what he would ask of me if that was who my patron was. Which means that fine line is just a little bit bigger as I have the information.
This is fucked up.
Mm.
I just don't want to die.
So let me just put this into perspective here. You serve some kind of phoenix god thing. You and he points to Rel, grew up on the streets and somehow know a bunch of magic-y shit. And you are an ooze that eat it.
Eat what?
Eat people.
I don't usually eat people.
And sentient trees.
Oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I?
There's also apparently a sentient tree, and also
I can eat anything that's that's humanoid shaped and take their form.
Oh yeah, and then the tree. I think we just signed Siege's death warrant again.
Wait, what?
Wait. Rel?
Yes? Sorry.
Help me out here.
Oh, yes, we told Haruka about the tree and the seed that Siege has.
Are we 100% sure it's Siege that has the seed?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not one of his close buddies that is really close to him and he just doesn't know?
Siege has physically talked to the tree.
Okay. Alright. But that doesn't...
No, it doesn't mean he has a seed.
Considering the fact that Rel has information from a conversation that I was a part of that I had no idea about, I have reason to believe that her intel is quite good.
Okay.
Yes, sorry,
this is
by
all
the way.
fucked up. This is all fucked up.
I generally, when talking about things with people I don't trust, I generally cast detect thoughts.
And you casted it.
Oh, absolutely. I cast it every time I talk to the Triumvirate and and Haruka.
Oh.
What if one of them? Wait. I feel like Joe would have to roll for this. Oh, all right, whatever. He rolled a natural 19. What's Zhao's Arcana?
It's +1.
Yep, +1.
What if they know that you're like, reading their thoughts and stuff? Wouldn't that be really bad? Isn't that really risky?
I think all of it's really risky.
It is, yes. And it's entirely probable that they do now. However, I'm not probing deeply, I'm just reading surface thoughts.
All right, if you're sure.
Can probe
I'm along for the ride.
Don't worry, we'll push you off the wagon if you're about to die.
Great, I appreciate it. The last time I was pushed off a wagon, I almost died.
I meant, we'll chuck you to safety. How's that?
All right, well, I don't want to be Chucky, though. That's usually ground meat.
Oh my god. You know what I mean.
We're not gonna let you almost fall down a chasm again.
All right, so is this conversation kind of done with, or are you guys wrapping this one up?
Yep.
All right, cool. So you've had that conversation. Where do you head after the Druid's Grove?
I really need to pee.
Go ahead and go pee.
I am.
Where do y'all head after the Druid's Grove?
It's getting pretty late, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty much nighttime.
Yeah. So Rel would head to bed.
Okay.
I would probably ask you for the book so that I could copy the spell before bed.
The Necromancer book?
Yeah.
I imagine she would say yes, so go ahead.
I'm not actually heading to bed, but
Gotcha.
I want to do something.
Okay, what do you want to do?
First, well, actually, I want to procure a feather.
Easy enough. There's a lot of birds around. And by a lot of birds, I mean there's two.
Just walk up to a bird, take a feather.
Alright, you got a feather.
I need this for writing?
Sorry, little raven, I need your feather.
I really, really wish. Oh.
I wish upon a star. Motherfucker.
Yeah, if it's getting late, I'll save that. In the morning, I would want to go look around for anyone that might have like a tiny hut scroll.
Okay.
Describe the sleeping area to me.
Oh boy. All right. So there is it is essentially just an open communal sleeping area. Each kind of faction kind of has their own corner, more or less, and they all sleep in here. A lot of the more like higher ups in those factions all sleep in the Athenium, including the Triumvirate and like people that are translating and all that other stuff. But the Druids sleep in the Grove. And then pretty much everyone else sleeps in this wide open area. And there's just a couple of tents set up. There's some fires that have been made. Fires are restricted, but you can make one. It's just like there can only be a certain number of fires lit at any given time because they consume a lot of oxygen.
Okay.
So,
is there a place I can set up like the tent away from prying ears?
away from prying ears, difficult to do at nighttime. Everyone's back in this area, and it's kind of cramped. So
Okay.
probably not. No.
Okay, so where do we sleep at?
Generally speaking, you kind of sleep off to the side. From what I've gathered, you all stay in the same tent, more or less, right? Or no?
The tent only fits two.
Tent only fits two. Okay. Well, you usually goes out and finds someone, or kind of just sleeps on a sleeping bag near you guys, I imagine. And then you probably sleep in your tent. I mean, it's cramped. Like, I'm not going to give you a specific location. This area is huge.
Well, okay, but which part of the map?
You're in the Ford camp. That's where everybody sleeps. I've said this like
okay.
30 times.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Everyone is in the Ford camp.
Okay. Then no, in that case, before bed, I want to go down to the Druid's Grove.
Okay. You head down to the Druid's Grove. What are you doing there?
I want to find some place away from prying ears.
Okay. Easy enough.
And Rel utters the name Tyranthor.
Big fucking oof. Okay.
You're pulling an Eve.
You're pulling an Eve.
I am.
Oh god.
Is this not what she did on Friday?
It is.
It is.
That's you.
Eva's legitimately curious, and she wants to know her paths. So,
So you utter the name Tyranthor.
Yep.
and initially there seems to be no response, and then you kind of look around and there's these little red lights, almost like kind of like the blue fungus, but not quite the same, that just light up a small path out of the Druid's Grove.
I follow it.
Okay. You follow it into the Ford camp. Follow it out of the Ford camp to the north.
Does it look like anyone else can see it?
Nobody seems to notice it. Pretty much everyone always just either goes to bed, is sitting around a campfire where they can't see it, and the area is busy enough so that nobody's really paying any attention to you.
Okay.
Yeah. But the path does lead up to the north, and you have been told multiple times not to journey in that direction. And you know that the further in you go, there is a small guard post further into that kind of hallway. It's not a hallway, it's like a fucking gigantic stone corridor, but
I want to walk down that pathway. Make sure nobody, like, look around, make sure nobody's looking when I start walking.
perception check.
I...
Okay. Begin trotting down the hall, this corridor. As a note, this thing is probably about 30 feet wide. It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
And you kind of follow the lights down it until you reach a certain part, and there's this little crook in the wall, and the lights just stop there.
Okay. I guess I go to it. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor first.
Okay, you cast Mage Armor and you approach this little crook in the wall. It's very small. It's not terribly large. And in this kind of indent, you see a small crack. And as you approach, inside the crack, you see an eye. A single, huge, red eye open up. You're interested.
I'm curious.
Curious can be dangerous. What do you
Okay.
want to know?
2 things.
Of course.
Are you Eltonor?
No, I'm not. I'm here to kill him.
Oh.
Are you here to kill Eltanar? Would you like help? Because that's what I want to do.
I'm not sure yet. Who is he?
An enemy. A friend. Not a very good friend, mind you. He's been all over the place lately. He's a bit of a bother, really.
And does Haruka work with you?
No. She's a wily one.
And what do you get out of this?
Power.
With the ultimate goal of being what?
Why does that concern you? It's so trivial.
I like to know who I work for.
I like to know who I'm working with.
And you're free to ask your questions.
Am I? Why would you approach me like this? Why would you betray your friends?
Wouldn't really consider it betraying. I had questions that I wanted to ask.
Curiosity has started more wars than anything.
True.
Are you greedy? Do you want power?
Only to help make the world a better place.
Oh, how sweet. I like you. Make the world a better place, she says. Oh, that's interesting. So, are you here to make a deal? Do you want to play?
I would like to know your end goals first.
My end goals are to kill what's his name again? That guy. The bird.
Oh. Why Eltonor, not Lemodius, then?
Lemodius hasn't crossed me. Lemodius is a fire genasi on the Isle of Illitarth. I do think I know anything about this man.
Ho ho ho. Interesting. So, what happens after you get this power?
What power?
You said
Never
you
said
wanted-
anything about a power. I want... Yes, power. Yes, I did say that.
Wait. No, it didn't. Yes. Oh, yes, it did.
I want to... Okay, out of character question, can I subtle spell cast the spell scroll?
Yes, you can. You can use meta magic. Anytime that you are technically casting a spell, you can use meta magic on that, is what the Sage Advice ruling was. And it irks me a little bit, but yes, it is totally within the rules.
And so what happens? I don't have to be holding the scroll, right? I just have to have it near me?
I'm going to rule you have to touch the scroll somehow. You have to be in physical contact with your hands with the scroll somehow. Okay. So if it's in your bag, you might like reach into your bag and just brush against it and subtle spell and boop. But
so, why do you want this power? And Rel reaches into her bag, brushing against the scroll and pulling out her journal. And I'm going to subtle spellcast Detect Magic.
Detect Magic?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a rainbow friend. You can name a school of magic and it's coming out of this little eyeball.
Okay.
It's all of it. There's fucking schools of magic coming out of this eyeball you're not even really sure exist. You're like, is that like plutonic necromancy or something? What the fuck is this?
Rel pulls out her quill and, like, stares at the eye.
Can you repeat the question? I wasn't listening.
What is your ultimate goal with this power? From killing... God, what's his fucking name? Eltonor.
Well, yes. Thing. Yes, that's Eltonor. My ultimate goal is power. I just want it. Is that so bad?
Power without a goal?
Power without a goal. Won't you help me?
Allow me to think on it.
Of course, thinking is what people do best. Not me, though. Goodbye, Rel.
The eye closes and the crack goes dark. Big fucking thonk.
I have to say, his voice reminds me of Beholder. Of a Beholder.
Maybe he is a beholder. Maybe he is. Who knows?
Oh, I forgot I did say power. Yeah. I totally said that.
Big fucking thonk.
Oh god, there's so much. Rel goes back to bed, and she puts the feather under her pillow.
Okay.
You two do what you you need to do still.
All right, you. What are you doing?
I have writing.
Okay. I give Amalia the spellbook because she was asking for
Yep.
that.
You get the spell book.
Do you need
Okay.
anything else, Amalia?
Oh God.
You're as shocked as I am.
I need a fucking lozenge, apparently.
Fucking same.
Uh,
This dude's voice fucks me up.
fucking Dr. Pepper and then not talking for like 10 minutes.
That's this guy's official name from now on. His name's just Dr. Pepper.
I do need a spell scroll. If I remember correctly, it's called Tiny Hut. I remember my mother talking about it. But I can always get that in the morning. I do still need to rest tonight.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, come on, Mr. Freaking Mouse. Okay. Alright, we can do that in the morning then.
Alright, I'll hand back this book in the morning, too.
Okay. Yeah, have a good night.
You too.
See you later, Zhao.
All right, good night. I'm going to go back to my little hovel in the wall and fall asleep.
Your little hovel on the wall. You is
Yeah, he
going to go
sleeps with
find...
the Historian Explorers Guild.
Nice. You is going to go find this one.
Elias Sven. What a beautiful name. Elias is a bit of a poet at times, sometimes not so much, but he is good enough if you know where to look.
If you know where to look.
Coincidentally, you're kind of like trying to avoid Zhao because you're headed to the Historian Explorers Guild hideout, like the little encampment within the Ford camp, and you reach it and seek out Elias. He's easy enough to find. He's usually he's like a storyteller. He likes to sit around the fire and be the one that's boasting about the big fish, or in some case, and there I was, in this case you find, and there I was, surrounded by goblins, with nothing but my wits, my shoes, and my belt. And I mean nothing, I was nude. It was very uncomfortable, I assure you. And you just kind of like take a seat next to him, and he goes, and he puts an arm around you without even missing a beat. He just puts his arm right around you and hands you a beer. And did you know what they did? Do you know what they did? They laughed at me. They told me that I had the smallest wiener they had ever seen. And I said, just wait until you see what it looks like later. And so they did. They challenged me to a grow-off. And I will tell you right now, I won. The Goblin Shaman was most ashamed. And everyone around the fire was like chuckling and laughing. And you get some yeah rights and oh god, you're insufferable. And
Oh,
stuff like
it's not that bad, I can tell you that much.
Jesus, oh my god. I mean, his eyebrows kind of go up, and he wiggles his eyebrows towards you, and he goes, this one knows. Then everybody kind of gives a big laugh and a hoot and stuff like that. It's just a good time. So.
Oh my god.
Listen, I really like Elias. This dude's a baller.
Hey,
All right.
we each got a different personality for each one, and I usually just roll a d4 because
That's my favorite part of DMing. I get to be like 40 different people every night.
He sounds like a bard with 24 charisma and
He is a
expertise in
bard.
persuasion.
He is a bard. Oh god, it's fucking great. All right.
God damn it.
So you and Elias have a good night. Kind of sitting around the fire for the most part, but they're, later on, he is a bard. He's got some decent charisma, and there's sometimes just talk. Anyways, yeah. All right. What's next?
Well, now
Amalia.
we all know that he's a grower, not a shower. Oh god, you're recording!
Great.
Well,
All right.
technically Ara is streaming, so congratulations.
It lagged, so I didn't catch it.
Oh man, oh man. All right. So, Amalia, what are you doing to end your night?
Oh, I would be copying the spell into my book. God damn it.
Okay, you copy the spell into your book. I do believe it costs you... What level spell is that? Second level? Costs you 100 gold pieces to do so.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh god, I'm poor.
Yeah, welcome to being a wizard.
Couldn't I just actually be a wizard?
You just cut ties with Lemodius, and you're just like, fuck this, I'm fucking doing book stuff now.
I actually don't want to go to sleep yet. I have one more plan.
Okay, what's your plan? Are you gonna kill yourself?
No.
You like lay down and jump back up. You're like, fuck, hold on.
How far away walking time is Haruka's camp?
From you?
Yeah. From the forward camp.
Her encampment is actually technically within the forward camp, but it's kind of like off to the side a little bit. So you could probably get there in like 10, 15 minutes max. I mean,
Cool.
max.
From my tent.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to cast invisibility.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. You cast invisibility. You are invisible for the next minute.
Next hour.
Is invisibility an hour?
It is an hour.
What the fuck? Alright, well, greater invisibility is a minute. Why isn't it... What the fuck? Okay,
Because
continue.
you can attack during
Shut
greater
up.
invisibility.
Fucking don't need your logic, you fucking fucker.
So, yeah. I'm going to cast that. I'm
Yeah.
going to walk to Haruka's camp.
Are you
Okay.
forgetting that there's a ward on it? Just wanted
There
to-
was. I know.
Okay.
You walk
Are
to
the guards
Haruka's little
there?
shack. The guards are there.
I'm going to walk up to them.
Point of order. One of the guards is there.
One of the guards.
One of the guards. It is Arius, the halfling.
Okay.
The halfling.
I'm going to speak very quietly. Arius, this is Rel. I am invisible. Is Haruka here?
You see him kind of look around for a moment.
Don't look.
He doesn't like look carefully. He doesn't like look big. He just kind of like, you watch his head motion from side to side real quick as he kind of looks around. He just nods once.
I need to speak to her. This is very important. Can you open the door? I do not want to open it myself and give away that someone is visiting her.
He stretches and he has this glaive in his hand and he lifts it up above his head. Turns around and opens the door. He knocks on the door twice and then he says the password and then opens the door and pokes his head in. And as he does so, you see pretty much he's leaving you enough space to slip in if you needed to.
I do slip in.
Yeah. He's someone's here to see you. And he closes the door. And that's the only time you've ever heard him speak. And Haruka is laying back on this kind of like set of cushions that she has. She looks real sick right now. Can I help you?
I'm sorry to bother you, my lady.
Yes, you are bothering me.
I
What?
can see that. I need to talk to you about this phoenix that talks to you.
Yes.
Hang on. This is where I die.
And then she kills me.
Eltonor, correct?
Correct. His name is Eltonor. How did you know that?
I've been doing some talking to various people and entities.
Your friends, no doubt.
Her, yes, and the voice that I've told you about before.
Her eyes open wide. It's connected to Eltonor.
Lumodius.
She scoots over and she takes this potion off of her desk and she just downs it. Yes,
I mentioned a Lumodius
correct.
before. He
The
is another
fire
phoenix.
genasi. Well, her eyes narrow.
Yes, he is another phoenix. However, can I continue?
Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Oh shit. Okay. Oof.
She's using detect thoughts on you, and she's probing deeper.
Well.
You talk to this voice. It's here to kill Eltana. She stands up. What is this voice? What else do you know about it? And you feel her connection to you break for a second. Hold on. Ooh, fuck. All right, cool. All right. No, she gets advantage on these. Never mind. Hold on. Nope. Okay. Feel a connection to you break, and she.
I will explain everything to you if
Yes,
you
you will.
not invade my mind.
You have invaded the sanctity of my home in the middle of the night.
This is fair. I am invisible.
Invisible.
Too. This is fair. So, Lemodis
Yes.
is another phoenix
Yes.
sort, I believe similar to Eltana. Lemodius and
Let's see. If she
this voice
Ooh.
both want to destroy Eltana.
So this voice is a force down here. It's
Yes.
trying to destroy Eltana.
Yes.
It's not native to the region.
I do not believe so, but I cannot be certain.
She like lays back, and you see her cough really hard, and oh god, fuck. All right. I need more information. I saw your discussion with this voice.
Yes.
Can you tell me? Do you think it's wise to play games with it? Do you think you can handle it?
I'm not sure, in all honesty.
Unfortunate.
Would I be willing to try? Well, I'm already playing this many games.
Is Rel gonna be like a quadruple agent here?
It might just happen.
Rel's just hold on. I just want to let you know the main bad guy of Dusk and Ash. His name was Jericho Frey. This is how he got to power. He played everyone's. This is exactly.
And then
how
he ended
got to
up
power.
dead. And then he ended up
dead at the very end, and the Raven Queen
chewed to pieces by Eve. That was a
But
big ancient white dragon.
He made friends. He played nice with someone with a deity that could hide his true thoughts at any given moment. And then he went around and made connections with other deities, and they couldn't read his actual thoughts. He could set them to whatever he wanted. And he made connections to every deity he could and just siphoned power from them the whole time.
I mean,
Rel's literally doing this right now.
yeah.
This
kinda.
is some like Dark Mirrors shit. I'm like, I played this game, Rel. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna get fucked up, Rel.
If I die at the end of the campaign, I think Rel's character has lived to be everything that I wanted it to be. I'm just gonna say that.
You might die before then. We'll
I
see.
might.
But Haruka leans back to Shion. I want you to oh gosh. I want you to perhaps accept this deal. I think that would be wise.
And what is the goal of this?
Get on his side. Pretend you're his friend. Have your friends pretend that they're his friends. Find him. Report to me as much as you can. Kill him if you need to. And if not, then I can. As soon as I'm well.
Do you need a healer or something?
I've got two of the world's best healers right outside my door. Whatever this is, isn't going away very easily, so it will take some time.
Oh shit. She could have that slime virus or the flesh-eating virus.
Both of those have been cured with a lesser restoration.
Yeah,
You've seen it happen.
not the flesh-eating one from that dead guy.
Oh, right. Okay.
That doesn't go away with that.
Right.
It suppresses it, but it doesn't get rid of it.
That's a soul curse.
So,
You
or
said
some,
this isn't going away.
Not currently. I can alleviate it for a moment. But when it gets too bad, Hatsune Miku comes through the microphone.
That
You're
wasn't
fine.
Hatsune Miku.
Oh, okay. When it gets too bad, well, healing potions they only do so much.
Who has that journal from that guy?
I do.
You does, okay. This is a very important question.
Yes?
What symptoms are you experiencing?
Currently? She turns around and she undoes the back of the dress that she wears, and she slipped it down her shoulder, and her shoulder is just rotten. That. And she pops it back up.
Is this very similar to what he described?
Somewhat, yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes. Arius is one of the best priests I've ever met in my life, and he cannot heal me.
No priest is going to be able to fix this.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Do you remember me talking about the guy who was searching for the axe, the half that I gave you?
Yes?
He was searching for it for a cure to exactly what you have.
Her eyes light up. I need the blade. I need the blade, Relindra. That's what he was looking for.
Yes, supposedly its healing properties are capable of fixing
I've
whatever it is you have.
tried using this stupid thing, and she pulls it out, slams it down on the table. It doesn't work. Not without the other half.
Can we somehow use the half to find the blade?
Perhaps. I've been trying to scry, but with no results.
Is there any way we could write up some kind of incantation to act as sort of a dowsing rod?
A dowsing rod?
Do those not exist?
What's a dowsing rod?
A dowsing rod? Like
Yeah.
the rods you hold that are like supposed to point you to water?
Oh, is that what that's called?
There's a
I think so.
copper wad. I have no idea.
Dowsing rod. Hold on.
Called water rods, I believe.
Type of dowsing is a divination employed by attempts to locate groundwater buried in metal or ores. Interesting. Didn't know that. Learned something today. I don't think so. Don't think so.
They're connected. Is there any way to trace the etheric connection?
Not with the magic that I possess.
Oh, no.
Perhaps
Okay.
Akira could.
You think Akira could?
Yeah, her jaw like locks in place. She's just like,
If I give this to him, there's no guarantee we get it back.
I know.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
And I would very much like you to be honest with me.
of course.
What is your plan for the axe?
My plan for the axe?
Once it's completed?
I want
Outside
to
of
cure
curing
this.
yourself.
That was my main goal, and then I want to bring it to the College of Ashara, as I was told to do. As I said earlier, there are not many people that I consider stronger than myself, but Archmaster Hawken is one of them.
And so how does this fit in with Archmaster Harkin?
I hand him the rod. He doesn't kill me,
Why would he kill you?
because he kills anyone that fails him. That's what he does. Or worse. Hawken is cruel, Rel. I'm cruel, but Hawken is something else. Failure is an inevitability. People are going to fail. At some point. More than once. Yes, kill them, kill away. Fail on the first try. That's to be expected occasionally. Harkin is a unique one. I am not a good person, but he is something else.
How loyal is everyone to him?
Very unloyal. The college... She kind of spits up a bunch of blood. Is fractured at the moment. Heavily. Riel Durant has been making a scene within the college, and Harkin is standing beside her, and the others do not necessarily support her. Or Harkin. They have some other goal that they've been tending towards. Some great mystery that they've unraveled, apparently. As far as I can tell, Riel, being a new addition to the college, should have no near the amount of power that she has, but she's definitely been commanding everything since she joined. Since she joined, we've also got the support of her father, Malachi, who I'm sure you're familiar with. And you would know Malachi Durant is the king.
Yeah.
So it's been all downhill from there. Riel gets her way, Harkin gets his way, whatever that might be. And everyone else is left to contend with the scraps. The college is about magic, Rel.
Yes,
And
I
what
know.
it can do. Magic is meant to rule. Magic is meant to be unleashed. It is a force of nature, not something to be held back. To do so is a bastardization of nature.
I agree wholeheartedly with you. I have a question that will
What?
lead into a couple more. What has Eltonor told you?
So far, that I should expect heavy opposition. That there are 10 individuals within this realm that are actively opposing me right now. And that I know 2 of them personally. Her eyes kind of narrow. The whispers in the shadows, Rel. They're real.
Why? Oh. Why would these 2 beings want to kill Eltonor? Is there a way I can contact him?
I'm not sure. He comes when he wants to, and that's the end. I've heard from him maybe 3, 4 times in my life. Each time has been a harrowing experience.
Do you know what he wants?
Yes. A soul. A particular one. Supposedly, one that I can acquire down here.
Oh no.
Eltonor has many gifts, though.
Okay. I have a proposition for you.
Yes.
I will look into ways that I can get the magic to perhaps find the axe blade, for the half, without giving it to Akira,
Understood.
which may involve me taking that deal that you and I discussed. In return, I would like to work together to take out Master Harkin.
We shall discuss your entry into the College of Ashara when we all get out of here alive.
Very well. I believe with a unified front we could take him out.
You would be surprised. Go. I have to tend to myself.
Right. May I take the heft?
Kind of like longingly looks down at the haft. I suppose. She gives it to you.
Alright, I put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Will you call your guard in here so that I may leave?
Artiest, open the door. He opens and he, yes, can I help you with something? You have the chance to slip out.
I slip out.
Okay.
And go back to the camp, the tent.
Go to bed.
Yep, with the feather under the pillow.
And with the feather under the pillow, your night is restless. Kind of rough, but you do have dreams. Most of them are pointless and simple, but you have one that's particularly ominous, perhaps. You are standing in the center of a massive crater. Next to you sprouts a small tree sapling, spreading out of the ground, except it's wrong. The bark is sloughing off.
Oh, no.
And then above you, you see two birds circling each other, jets of flame and lightning arcing off of each one. You see a raven perched not far away, observing, watching the whole debacle. And one of the birds falls. The tree keeps sprouting and growing, and you watch this bright, fiery phoenix fall from the sky and land next to the tree, and you watch roots swirl around it and slowly pull it down into the earth. The darker phoenix, the black one, expands its wings and blocks out the sun momentarily. And when it flies away, the light doesn't come back. The tree now next to you is gargantuan and rotten. Dead, but keeps growing. And a single eye sprouts out of the tree and looks directly at you. And then you're spiraling, spinning through a dark abyss of nothingness. And that's where your dream ends.
Which phoenix blocked out the sky?
Black.
The darker black one.
So the one with
There's
lightning?
two phoenixes, yes. There's two phoenixes. One of them is orange and black, and the other one is black and orange, if that makes sense.
The one that's
Like one of them
looks
One of them
bad.
is much more orange than black, and the other one is much more black than orange.
Oh my god.
Also found a cool picture. And that's the end of your dream. You have a great night. Elias is pretty cool dude. Very entertaining, quote unquote. Amalia, you have a good night. It's pretty relaxed. Although there's just a tinge of anxiety. Zhao, yes? You have a good night too. All right.
Of course.
And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session.
Awesome.
It's 11:14.
Okay, XP.
Not a lot this session. I'm going to say everyone just add 150.
150, okay.
Yeah.
If we
Which
ever get
one-
out of camp.
Yeah, both campaigns are like stuck in town right now, and I'm like, oh god, okay, this is fun, but let's. Whew.
I'm pretty much done now. I have one thing left to do. If I can even do it, and I don't think I can. I have a question
Yeah.
about the phoenixes.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of them looked very... Did either of them look very similar to Amalia's?
From the feathers, yes. The one that has more orange.
The one that
Amalia's, yes, the ones that fell. The Amalia's phoenix feathers start at black at the roots and then spread out to orange. Whereas the other phoenix, the one that blocked out the sun, is the reverse of that. Its feathers almost seem to start at orange and then spread out to black.
fell. Okay, and that one looked very similar to the spell, like the illusion Haruka was casting, correct?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Hey.